Now we're good. I gotta fix that.
Yeah.
It's fine. He was trying.
How dare you fail in such ways, Sam?
I know, on a piece of equipment I've never used
Oh shit,
before and
that's
have
not what I
no
wanted.
instructions on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Dang it. I knew I forgot one thing. It's not important. I don't care right now.
I mean, you got time. We're only like 30 seconds in, and I don't even know if
Uh,
we're live.
well, actually, it does take 30 seconds because of fancy schmancy Foundry Tabletop's D&D Beyond character importer. You can definitely just paste the URL for your D&D Beyond character sheet and have it work in Foundry. It's so crazy that that's a thing.
Yeah.
Are you try which sponsor are you trying to get with that little
I
spiel?
don't know, but I'll tell you
Yes.
one thing:
All of
Sirenscape
that.
definitely has sound sets for all of your tabletop RPG needs, as well as some board games. You know, tabletop RPGs like Vampire the Masquerade, Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, and even Cyberpunk. Uh,
I don't know if we're live. So let's find out.
there, quickly link a thing.
Yeah, we're good.
And cool. And did I also mention that uh, the shit.
Also has
No, Fuchsia, I
excellent
don't
map
think you
making
did
tool, as
mention
well
That
as a
that.
was
resource
fail.
if your community made maps as well.
Yeah. Yes. Yep.
I got you.
Thank you. Keep it going though, because I still need like 2 more seconds.
What other bullshit do we use on this stream?
And Discord is a wonderful free
Yeah!
Really
service.
going for that sponsorship.
And just ignore everything else I've ever said about Discord on this live.
Thank you so much to hear.
Disregard
Sure.
everything you've ever heard
Yeah.
any of us say about
There.
Discord.
There. Jesus Christ, I did it. Okay. Welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Nerd House Tabletop. Trying to get the Twitch pulled up. Okay, cool. To everybody's Jesus Christ. Episode of Decisions and Dragons. My volume on Twitch was still up. I fixed that. When last we left our intrepid heroes, they had started combat against a shadowy, vaguely draconic, fiendish creature. After their compatriot Boykin seemingly was possessed by a ghost or spirit that had been wandering the halls that they had been lost in. The battle ensued, and thanks to, I believe it was Flit, casting a fireball, the flames consumed everyone until everyone woke up in a cell. The party found themselves locked in the very prison that they had been meaning to infiltrate, seemingly outdone by some mass hallucination. Having awoken, the party found that all of their gear, all of their weapons, had been taken from them just as a chained devil and two Cambians were approaching, seemingly with a mind to begin their torture of some of your party members. Uh, Vehemently fighting back, you caused enough of a ruckus to attract the attention of one demon who seemingly had been allowed passage into the Citadel of Pain given his connection to the Whispered One Gazrek had informed all of you that they just simply meant to get their entertainment and then lead you back here so you can continue to live another day. If you die, then that leaves them without anything to entertain themselves, causes anarchy, blah, 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 blah. However, still not accepting that fate, you continued to fight back. And through some very clutch and very smart rolls, you managed to not only lock one of the Cambians and the Chain Devil in one of the cells, which doubled as a wizard's lock, but you also managed to chase off the other, who very clearly was not treating this as a high priority, as he plane shifted back to the Hells, enjoying his home once more. You had freed the other prisoners that were in nearby cells, one of which had introduced herself not only as the spirit that you had encountered in the hallucination, but had introduced herself as Lycretia Hollow. She briefly explained that her memory was almost entirely gone, save for her name. That is where we left off. So, what do you all do?
So we have the chain devil and the Cambion in the cell, right?
Yes.
And the
Uh,
Cambion got the
he-
collar put on it.
Yes, that is correct. The hypnotic pattern lasts for how long?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. So I'll say you guys have, it took maybe 10 seconds to do so. So they are about to snap out of it momentarily. Is there anything you guys wish to do before that happens?
I just say
Cell.
we need to get out of here, and I look at the other captives and say, "Do you have any idea where our equipment might be?"
Lucretia states, sorry, I got to turn my volume on Sirenscape down a little bit. There we go. Lucretia says, there is a room 1 floor up. I've seen several crates of items, gold, loot of some kind be brought in large crates. I've never been inside there myself. I could try to lead you that way, but I can tell you that the halls will be heavily guarded. We have to move very quietly.
You said there was a captive in there too, right?
Yes, I recall it was a brief moment, but when I was being transported for entertainment, we passed by the very door that I had mentioned previously. While the door was open, I could hear a scream, a wail coming from inside.
Did you happen to catch a name?
No, unfortunately.
Was it a dwarf?
I couldn't see them. I don't know. I just heard the yells.
Well, it's as good as direction as any for now. We should get moving.
All right. The 2 drow perk up at the sign of moving. The male with the long white hair states, listen, I'm all for a prison break happening, but I feel like a gigantic group moving as one is going to be far more noticeable than a select few. Exoa and I can start looking for an exit, take one of the stairs down, see if we can't find the base and therefore escape that main way or perhaps clear the floor. Exoa, the bald female drow, says, yes, it shouldn't be a problem, just a few imps and devils in the way, but I'm sure we can figure it out.
Well, if you get caught, don't lead them back to us.
Of course, why would we do such a thing? You see, she gives this kind of smirk, like it's betraying the area that you're in, but as she does, her eyes just flicker a glowing purplish energy. And she turns to the other one and says, we should move. Says, all right.
Can I roll an Arcana check against that?
Sure, go for it.
Does it look like she cast a spell of some kind?
I cast a spell on you. Sorry. Yeah, you know what? All the
Arcana
description I
or
had for the
Insight,
character, out the
whichever.
window. It's
No,
Winifred. It's Winifred. That's it. What was that? I'm sorry.
Arcana or Insight, whichever is more appropriate.
I would say, given your qualifier for trying to figure out what happened, I'm going to say Arcana.
Okay. That is a 14.
14.
Unless it has anything to do with Fey Fiends or Undead.
It does not.
Okay.
With a 14, you don't feel any different. You don't feel like something is now affecting you in any way. If anything, you just sort of glimpse it as a little bit of a quirk of arcane energy somewhere inside of her. You don't see any spell materials. You don't see any focus. You don't see that she has a staff. It's just whatever innate magical energy that she has inside her, just briefly making an appearance.
Okay.
Cujo, would I know of any types of creatures that we would see in here that may be about my size or like a foot or so taller?
Make a... I'll say go ahead and make me a retroactive perception check.
4.
For the specific height requirement, you don't recall anything really matching except for imps, but they are almost
Smaller.
tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, imps are tiny size.
Well, what if I disguise myself and pretend like I'm leading you all to, be the entertainment? Maybe we can get through a little easier.
As
Can
you
you
say
disguise someone else?
I don't think so. I'm still not quite clear. Some of these spells that Mr. Kefka gave me are a little... They're new.
as you're having this conversation, you hear coming from the cell. And you look and see the chain devil who steps up and grasps the bars of the cell. The Cambion goes, fuck this. And then you see it, he's like almost expecting something to happen.
Uh-huh.
And when it doesn't, he glances down at the collar that's around his neck. Fuck.
It's a bitch, isn't it? And I turn and I start walking.
All right.
Let's go.
All right. So go ahead and move your people. I will say, the male drow, as he walks, you see two spires of purplish energy, somewhat matching that exhibited by Ixoa, that manifest in his hands like blades as he walks. So we'll say that they are going to move.
Could you,
The
can
game
get
is
rid
Game
of
is paused, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That
How about
explains
now?
a lot. Yeah.
Arsinoe, are you keeping concentration on your spiritual weapon at this point or no?
It's only a minute, so it's gone by now, probably.
Okay. So we'll do that.
So you don't have to concentrate on a spiritual function. Actually,
Yeah, it's not actually a concentration spell.
I'm having flashbacks to recording that TikTok in the best way. All right.
Well,
Fun.
in the immortal words of Robot, the obvious advice would be for you to just get your shit together.
As Nosoro and Ixoa move up, Nosoro kind of holds up one of his blades to kind of signal everybody to hold up. And he is going to make a perception check.
I'm gonna keep guard behind us. At our flank, too.
Nosoro glances around the corner and then waves people through and slowly starts moving through. At this point, I'm going to need everybody to make a stealth check.
Well, the only good thing about not having armor on right now.
Not a disadvantage.
Not a disadvantage.
let's hope I roll better than the 3 ones in a row I had on Monday. Let's see.
Oh.
20.
Damn it.
Yeah, in a row.
So my stealth is 4.
What?
Okay.
But you're little.
I am not
Being
Dexy.
little doesn't give you advantage on its own.
This character is bullshit. Where's Kat? She has better stealth.
Excuse me, I have to grab my dice jail. Excuse me.
Oh.
That's where we're at already.
Can you? Oh,
Uh-oh.
hold on.
Am I gonna roll the highest, being like 4 times bigger than any of you?
Probably not.
I mean, you are very, very stealthy.
I am a blue ginger gnome.
This is true. You don't even have your shiny coat on.
I know, but I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba die.
I rolled a 21.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm not the highest.
Oh, it was
This
a
is
fucking
what
8
she
total.
does.
8. Okay.
11.
I really need to
Well-
learn how to cast Pass Without a Trace, though.
All right. As you move through, you can hear just around the corner small little mischievous voices speaking to each other. What languages does everybody know again? I will remember this, I swear.
It's hard when everybody knows
Unlikely.
all of it.
You speak unlikely. Well, that's
Unlikely.
specific language.
Dwarvish, gnomish, halfling, undercommon.
Okay.
And common, obviously.
Elvish, Sylvan, and Common.
Okay.
Draconic.
Okay.
Giant and goblin.
Okay.
I assume you're looking for Infernal. Celestial, Infernal, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. With Infernal, you can hear little voices, one of which going, "Do you think the master is all right?" And then the other going, "Oh, I heard the sounds of combat. Run, go, inform the superiors." And then you can hear skittering right around the corner.
I will, stage whisper to Renalphus. They're sending a scout for help.
And as that is mentioned, you do hear, "Hello?" And coming towards the bars of his cell, you can see feathered hands reach for the bars. "Hello? Are you meaning to escape this place?" What do you do?
I will dart over to where I hear that voice. Whispering, stage whispering as best I can. To shut your mouth.
All right.
I am gonna start moving over here.
Yeah. I am going to. I have 50 feet of movement speed. I want to double move to wherever the creature is that was like, I'm gonna go inform a superior. Like, I
Okay.
want to stop that from happening if possible.
The voice that stated that is on down this hallway.
I mean, I have 50 feet.
Okay. Go ahead.
There's a wall, so I can't. Sorry.
Wow.
It's amazing.
One of
Where
the
was I
days,
exactly?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Okay,
get a
that's
fancy
like-
map for you guys. Oh, wait.
That was 45. So I can get 50. Oh,
Right.
there's a bunch of guys here. All right,
You can
motherfuckers.
spy 3 imps.
Oh.
One of which seemed to have moved towards this staircase. The other 2, as you dart and immediately bisect their group, shriek and then reach for their teeny little spears. I'm not even going to roll initiative. Actually, fuck it. Let's roll initiative. Screw it. It'll be nice.
Might
and
as well.
It'll be nice and quick, did you just say?
They're imps.
I mean,
They're imps.
Oh, now I roll a fucking nat 20. That's bullshit.
So I'm just gonna do
oh, I
this.
rolled an 8. Doing real good here.
This.
I'm
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the imp. What is the imp's dex? Mine is +1. Is it higher than mine? Probably.
Let's see, shall we? Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Oh, they have a +3. Oh, shit.
My legs are very short. They're like corgi legs, okay?
All right. Rodolphus and Malice, what was your roll?
20.
20? Jesus.
Fucking right, it was 20.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
Rodolphus?
10 for me.
Wasn't
10?
it natural 20?
10.
Okay.
Do you have a +0?
Um,
Oh, damn,
you know
Gina.
what? I'm not even going to roll for the NPCs because
Mhm.
I don't care right now. All right. So first up, Arsinoe, you rolled a 21.
I did. I'm gonna move between the group. Kind of like stepping over Flit. Do I see into the cell?
Give me a moment. I'll say yes. You can
Okay.
see up against the bars a beak sort of peeks through. You can see a large snow owl. With a few flecks of darker feathers, but the owl has grasped the bars and is the one asking if you're meaning to escape. And you can see that there is a collar around their neck.
Okay. I don't even answer, but I ask, how long have you been imprisoned here?
It must have been a month.
Can I roll insight looking for like signs of being here a month? Like,
Sure, absolutely.
you know, injuries and like if they're starving him, like if he's looking, you know,
Haggard, yeah.
haggard, that kind of stuff. 16.
With a 16, you see he is being pretty forthright.
Okay.
And despite my voice, he is speaking very monotone almost. Not as much emotion behind it. So that's actually a note for myself. But you can see that his form is lithe, more so than other bird creatures you've seen.
Mhm.
You see that there are several spots on his arms, and there's a little glimpse of one under the smock that he has been garbed with. That there are missing feathers, invisible burn marks into his flesh.
Okay. Then I'm going to move to the cell with my remaining movement, and if you'll let me, I will, because I have the keys. I will unlock the cell.
Okay. I will say that it will cost your action to do so.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you do unlock the door, and the snow owl says, "Praise Persephone, thank you." And
Let's go.
that's all he can really state in this moment.
Okay, that's my
Up
turn.
next, we got Malice.
Okay. When Chio got up to the intersection, did she say anything? Like, oh shit?
I leave that to Chio.
She would have communicated with you guys. That there's
Just say, whoa.
no, she would have been like, oh, there's 3.
There's 3. Okay.
But probably in that very like, all right, I got 3 motherfuckers I gotta kill. Sounds
Oh.
good.
Okay.
So we don't have the mental connection anymore, right?
No, that was an hour.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
May
Cujo,
I say yes?
Cujo, I'm gonna move Arsene away just so that stream can see everything.
Yeah, totally.
But she is still gonna be right there. I just can't see what's going
That's
on.
right. Here's what I'll do.
Unless you want to throw a token that can see
I'm
everything.
gonna throw.
I mean, you know I'm not gonna like fucking
Stream.
cheat about shit. Like,
Yeah.
Notes are, how dare you?
Let me do confirm permissions. I'm going to make you the owner of the token.
Right.
And I will put it right there.
Perfect. Back.
All right. So, Malice.
Yep. I am going
I just
to.
realized I haven't been playing the battle sound set that I made. What the fuck is wrong with me? How about that? Jesus. Sorry.
So there's just like weird, creepy ghost following us around with a camera so that they can live stream our
Yeah,
fight.
pretty much.
Excellent.
Oh,
I enjoy
like-
this.
Yeah.
Blair Witch style, so
Blair
like
Witch
the
style, yeah.
handheld.
Yeah, this
Um,
is good.
Yeah. So yes, I will literally take another step forward and see what Geo sees, which is, oh hey, 3 of them. Soon
Yeah,
to
you
be
see
none
these
of them.
3 very teeny, you could basically fit them in both hands like this, but these teeny little devilish creatures just letting loose this hissing, gurgly, gross sound from each of them.
Yeah, I have a spear. I am going to go stab one of them.
All
The
right,
one that's right next to me.
sounds good. Make your attack roll.
How small is this?
How small are these?
Is this literally like spearing a fish?
Hold on. Yes, it is.
Okay. That's fine. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, so you see her just kind of shift it back and just stab down.
Nice.
And it is a 9 and 7. It's 26 to hit.
Misses. These guys are really good. I'm just kidding. Yes, yes, that absolutely hits.
Okay, so I need a different die for this. Oh no, I don't need a different die. So that is 9 damage.
Okay. You cut one of his wings off with the stab through, and you retrieve your spear, and it is clinging to whatever life is left in its teeny little frail
Aw.
body.
Poor little guy. Poor little guy. Just came out to like have fun.
Why do you hurt me?
Why do you hurt me?
Yeah. It
Yeah, okay.
mutters in
'Cause
common.
you're
Because you
annoying.
sound too much like Gollum. That's why.
I was just gonna say. Yep, that's great.
He's one of our cousins. Chio.
For fuck's sake.
Wait,
Oh, Malice, I'm so sorry. Do you have a
Yeah,
your bonus action?
well,
left?
I have a second attack.
By all means.
She's
I
like,
also
I'm not
have
done, bitch.
Yeah, I have a second attack. I also have a bonus action if I want to use it, but no, I'll just
All
take
you.
him out. I'll put him out of his misery. Like,
Okay. All right.
this poor guy. Like, come on, it's a rough day for him.
Just splat him against the wall like a bug.
No, I'm not gonna play with my food. That's mean.
You're gonna eat it?
17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Yep. And that is 6 damage.
Yeah. How do you put him out of his misery?
I mean, it's like literally spearing a fish, so trying to get it right through the center. Like, let's make this quick. This poor guy, he's tiny. He's at the bottom of the totem pole.
As he is barely like starting to fall down to the ground, you hear him say, "I never got to finish my book," and then you spear him through the heart, and he just goes limp on the end of the spear.
I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Maybe we'll find pieces of that in the storage room too. And then yeah, I will bonus action
Note to self:
teleport to
come
there.
up with imp book, but go on. Bonus action, you teleported.
Yep.
Fucking A, love it. All right, as you teleport behind the other, it goes. All right, is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chio.
Okay, the one on the other side of the camera, for lack of a better term, is the one that's going to be a narc, right?
It looked like it was mid-flight down the hallway.
Okay, cool. I'll come right here, and I am going to try to splat it against the wall.
All right.
fuck? I was like, no, we need new dice. These dice don't live with the other dice, so I'll try these dice. Nope, still a 2.
Please don't live with the other dice.
What's your total?
Oh, okay. Well, it's a 10 then to hit.
Okay, all right. It unfortunately like as you swing, your fist collides with the jail cell wall as it dips under your arm and just continues to try to fly away.
Okay. Second attack. Okay, that's a 23 to hit the bitch.
Yes, that will hit.
Jeez Louise. That is 8 points of damage.
It is similar to his friend, clinging to whatever life it has left.
Cool. Then I will bonus action unarmed strike again.
You should do that.
And it's the 2, so never mind. Fuck you guys.
What is happening over there?
You finally land a solid hit on the thing, and you feel some of its brittle bones snap at the impact of your fist against its form. And in a moment, similar to the Matrix, you follow up with the third strike, and with one hand just stops your fist. No, I know kung fu. Chio, is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Got it.
We'll see how many I have in Dice Joe by the end of today. Monday was 4, so we'll see if we top that. I already have 3 in there.
Renalphus, it is your turn.
I have no idea what's going on. I just hear a bunch of noises.
I'd say you could hear the sound of like movement and the sound of a fist hitting a jail cell door.
I would like to make an insight check about this bird person
Okay.
that's in this cell. I'm mostly just trying to determine whether or not they may pose a threat to us.
Okay.
Not great. 14.
With a 14, he doesn't seem aggressive towards anyone. It doesn't seem like he's harboring any particular ill will in his body language towards you. If anything, he's very appreciative of the assistance. His expression, like a snow owl's, is a little difficult to read. So for more like in-depth information, you only just
He's got some kind of
dude.
He's got some kind of owl face.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
That honestly could very well be it. You just don't like birds. That's fine. You bird racist.
I mean, takes all kinds, right? I look to.
Let's mess up the algorithm with that insult.
Yeah. I look at Arsinoe and say, "You got this here."
I got it.
And I am going to run away, screaming, back to my cell.
Arms flailing.
10, 15, 20, 25. What is this large ghost face creature thing right here?
That's me.
That is nothing. It is the stream camera.
That is the stream camera. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You need to give it a name like ignore this.
Ignore this.
30. Okay, so we've got one over here that Malice is fighting. How does it look? The one that Malice is fighting.
I didn't. I just teleported. I didn't hit it.
I'll say you glimpse the moment that Malice appears behind it, and you see this teeny little poop fall from the imp to the ground as it is scared shitless. Sam.
35.
Just
And this bastard that Chio is fighting is hanging on by a thread, right?
Yes, it is pulling off a Neo.
40. So that is 45 feet, which is my movement. Thank God I've got long arms. I am going to reach out and I am going to take a couple of
So
swipes
fucking
against
ridiculous.
it.
Fucking bugbears, man. All right, go for it.
Bugbears, 10-foot reach with my claws.
Yeah.
Question for the DM.
Hi.
Uh,
me.
do I need to burn another action to redo my blood maledict? Since this is a new combat.
No.
Yeah, I don't think you do. How long does it last? I know it's not concentration.
Until you take a long or short rest.
There you go.
So that's just on until I take a short rest.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sweet. If I remember correctly, I am doing extra electricity damage.
Yes, it was of the storm that you were doing.
Yes.
Also, if you're debating whether or not you needed to use resources to fight an imp, I was gonna be like,
Man, I don't know. I just want it dead yesterday.
that's fair.
So I am going to make my first attack with advantage because I'm flanking it.
There you go.
Talking about overkill.
Yeah, I know.
That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, and I just need to remind myself that. Okay, and the Crimson Right damage is an extra d6. Do they have any special bullshit against electricity damage? Lightning damage?
They're imps. Pretty sure even if they did, it wouldn't matter.
That is 12 damage.
You tell me how you kill this thing.
I literally grab it with both hands and I rip it in half. Like, at the waist. I grab its legs with one hand, and I grab it around, like, the shoulders/neck with my other hand, and I just do one of these. I just tear it in half.
Malice, as you stand spear at the ready, kind of with a little bit of a smirk, knowing that this thing is terrified of you. You watch as, like Dulcim from Street Fighter, Renalphus reaches forward and pulls the imp into two pieces. You hear this horrifying and pathetic little before it lays limp in Renalphus's hands.
I just I take a slight step back because ew, imp insides.
The insides kind of like plop on the ground. It's a little grody. It's a
Yeah,
little grody seeing that happen right in front of your eyes.
yeah. Yep. Just like, okay.
Yeah. All right. Is that your turn, Renalphus?
That there is nothing else I'm prepared to do with a bonus action.
Sounds good. Flit, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna take my movement. 20, 25. And this one in front of Malice, that's not the one that you were attacking, is it?
Oh, that one is now dead as Renalphus fucking brutalized it.
Alright, I can't actually see any other ones.
Hey.
That harmless, defenseless imp is now literally
Yeah,
in
let me lift it.
pieces in your hands.
Sorry,
It's
Sam.
only 2
No, you're good.
pieces.
Okay, well, I just double moved, I guess, because I couldn't see anything else, so I guess that's my turn.
All right, sounds good. After that, we have the imp.
The remaining imp.
Yeah. The remaining imp, why is it not showing me hosting the stream? I don't understand that. I tried to host, but it won't let me.
That's weird.
Ah, well.
We're live.
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know why it's not letting me. Yeah, stupid Twitch. the imp, in one final act of defiance, is going to reach out with its tail and attempt to sting Chio.
Okay.
The decision.
Chio, what is your AC?
16.
That is going to hit. I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I was really hoping it would run away so I could just get the opportunity attack and smash
It was debating, but it's found its spine.
Well, we have now matched the number of dice in Dice Jail because that's a natural 1.
What
So...
Jesus Christ.
Holy crap.
All right. Well, you're gonna.
Sam, do I need to be worried? Obviously, your curse is contagious.
Holy shit! This imp. Okay. First off, you take 6 points of piercing damage as the tail jabs into your arm. Then I would like you to take 15 points of poison damage as I almost rolled max damage.
Oh, except
fuck?
I'm a monk and purity of body means I'm immune
To
Mhm.
poison
So-
damage or to disease?
to poison.
Oh shit.
Is that
would be
only
a
the
DM
condition?
ruling.
Or...
Yeah, that would be a DM ruling. Does that include the damage type or just the condition?
What is the name of the feature one more time?
Purity of body. It just says you are immune to disease and poison. No other caveats. Short sentence. Shortest sentence ever by wizards.
Let me see. Okay. I am going to move.
Kuja, this is tough. I don't.
I know. Because either I'm taking away essentially half of the good thing of this feature, or
Yeah, because nobody gives a fuck about disease.
2 entire damage types. You know what? I'm a merciful DM. You are immune to poison damage.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus. Alright. The imp, in its final act of defiance, jabs you in the arm and grins up at you, knowing that its poison is flowing into your veins. And then the smile turns into a grimace as it realizes you're not reacting at all.
Mind over matter.
Unagi. Anyway.
Yeah,
Unagi.
exactly.
I don't get it.
It's a friend's joke. It's
I
okay.
know.
You wouldn't get it. It's fine.
You wouldn't get
The snow owl is going to stumble out. Oh no, he can't because the door is closed because I'm smart. No, it's not. It's open. It's because Arsinoe is in front of the door.
If you're
It's
cool
okay.
with it, she'll move.
Okay. He is going to. Why can I not? Hello.
I mean, if they
There we
consider
go.
themselves allies, you can
Yeah, it
move
shouldn't have been
freely
an
through
issue.
an ally's space.
No, it's a
Um,
foundry thing. I assume.
He stumbles out and just moves forward towards this corner, but he just sort of like haggardly moves, and it's at this point, Arsinoe, that you can see the talon, one of the talons, the back claw, toe, whatever you want to call it, is gone.
Oh shit.
Basically, he's walking with half of a foot. The wound was completely cauterized.
Okay.
So that's pretty much his turn. Exoa. What's her movement? I should know these things. Yeah, she's got 30. She's gonna go 20, 25, 30. And does she have any fun things? Not really. Okay. She's just gonna stay back in the hallway. And then Soro is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And let me stay. So many character sheets, so little time. Does not have anything that he can really do. So yeah, he is also going to just move forward and stick with Ixoa. We are back up to the top. Arsidaway. Yeah, at this point we can even just drop initiative. Just Chio, make your attack roll. just
Well, I don't
make your
know. I
attack roll.
roll another fucking set of ones, but okay if you want.
If I could
Did you-
quantify how what happened? What happened there?
Did
No,
you
I
do
didn't
that
actually roll
thing?
them.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No.
If I could quantify how healthy this imp is, 2 is how I would quantify it.
So I just need to sneeze.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
but accurately.
Yes. Sneeze with your eyes open, please.
Mm.
So go ahead, just for fun. Let's see what happens.
Oh, do you want me to? You want to?
Yeah,
Okay. I didn't know
fuck
if
it.
you. I didn't want to. If Sam had something to show
No,
me,
I don't have anything. You're good.
Okay.
She'll hold her action.
That's moderately okay. What's my modifier for that? A 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. All right. So that's 9 points of damage.
You kill it. How do you kill it?
Well, the little fucker stung me and then tried to poison me. And so I'm gonna literally just take my hand and just push it into the, like, because that's a jail, right? It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
gate. And I'm just basically gonna, like, shove him through the gate, like when you take a fly swatter and, like, hit a fly.
Wow.
In a flash of speed, your hand collides with the imp and then the bars of the jail, and you see entrails and guts of imp just sort of fall into the jail cell through the bars. That's right. I'm ruling that imps have the consistency of flies in terms of how easy they are to just squish.
I mean,
At least
they're
it
just
does.
Yeah.
It's true.
What are they? CR quarter? CR eighth?
They are CR1.
Oh, shit.
Could have
Yeah.
fooled me.
Yeah.
poison attack.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say the poison
it's
condition
that poisonous
sucks.
veil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll mess you up.
It almost did.
Mess. Ugh.
All right.
Right.
End combat.
All right.
Delete that imp. And the halls seem quiet. You don't hear any additional movement. It seems for the moment you found a bit of peace, even with the sounds of the Chain Devil and the Cambion buddy copping, trying to figure out how to get out of the cell.
In my head, can I talk to Mr. Kafka? Are you there?
Oh, yes. How may I be of assistance, my darling?
We're missing Boykin.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He was one of the nice ones, I think.
Any way you could? And we lost all our. I don't have my coat.
Well,
You could use some help here.
I will see if I can locate him. Give me some time. In the meantime, I would say...
Gio and Malice and Renalphus are squashing imps.
It's such a wonderful pastime. I would say... think outside the box. Don't be afraid. You have your friends with you, and it seems...
And as he says this next part, you can actually hear it as materializing from this wall, almost like a chameleon, a red coat wearing jester appears out of the wall.
It seems you've made some friends.
And he gives a very big bow to Lucretia, who sort of stares wide-eyed. If you would like. Wait, do I have the token? I should have the token. Anywho, what do you guys do? So Kefka materializes out of the wall behind you guys.
Said he was going to help us find Boykin.
If he could have just gotten in here that easy, then it's a little frustrating that he couldn't have just helped to begin with.
Gotten in here and
Fine.
opened the damn door. So the
I
imp
am
was
not a
running.
deity. I do have some limitations.
I'm getting that in
Aspiring.
writing.
The I'm not a deity or the I have some limitation.
I just ask the two drow, left or right.
Nosoro, who glances back, recognizes and then shakes his head and then focuses back on you. We're going to take right. When they brought us for whatever torture they were administering at the time, they always brought us left.
You don't actually know what's down this passage.
No.
Well, the imp that was going to report to their superiors was heading in this direction. She points to, I don't know, what are we calling left and what are we calling right? If we came from here, is it left?
Right would be up.
Okay.
Stairs that go up at the end.
Yes, these stairs on this side, on the south side, do go up.
Isn't that where our stuff is?
So they say.
Then I believe we're going up.
Nosoro does speak up again. Listen, I'm all for you guys getting your stuff, and if you're missing one of your party, by all means, go and find them. We're going to go secure an exit on a lower floor. I don't think we can do that going further up. If we go further up, it's closer to him.
We
Well, yes.
can't leave our party member.
Why don't you go down instead then?
Yeah, they were heading down. And that's right. That's up.
Correct. Yes,
we
that is
think?
up.
So our stuff is
It's
down.
down.
Left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will start heading down.
I will say as I pass the guys who are going to be heading down, I just want to tell them to beware the doors because I don't know. They're very large and very heavy and very complicated. Way more complicated than doors should be.
Nosoro says, I will keep that in mind. Thank you. And Exoa says, oh, don't worry. I'm sure nothing, untoward will further happen. Now that we have been freed, it is their nightmare. And with that, Nosoro and Exoa both move down the hall, and you see them turn a corner. Kefka, again, kind of glancing at Lucretia, turns back to the rest of you.
Well, in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can't work my little bit of magic to locate your friend. I believe it was also his brother that was missing as well, correct?
That's correct.
And what of the other dwarf?
He didn't come in with us. He stayed outside.
Ah, right. Well,
Actually, no, he actually did come up with you guys.
Yeah, he scaled the cliff
Scaled the
or
cliff
mountain,
with
whatever
us.
we're calling it. Yeah. So presumably they would have captured him when they captured us. Like,
Yeah.
Our
I was probably
DM the
taking the
other
dog
week
out at
forgot
that part.
about him.
Honestly, people just
DM the other week didn't forget about shit.
people
You were aware of the
vanishing.
things that you were aware of and nothing else.
Kefka says,
Well, I will message you when I have some information for you. In the meantime, step lightly. There's no telling how long it will take before the man upstairs realizes that there's a prison break afoot. Ooh, how delightful.
and with that, he leans against the wall and, again, like a chameleon, melds, and his image just turns into the same stone that the wall is made of.
Did you notice that I was blue and just didn't say anything? Dick.
All right.
You should learn how to do the whole wall melding thing, Flit.
Would be useful.
um, the snow owl turns towards Arsinoe. I can assist in an arcane capacity. I unfortunately don't believe there is a world in which my movement will not impede your progress, however.
Let's just try and get that collar off first. And I'll kind of go through the key ring. See if I can find a key to it.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Five.
With a 5, as you're flipping through the key ring, you find several smaller keys and try about 3 or 4 of them before the snow owl says, I appreciate your dedication. I would say that at this point, if you mean to rescue your friend, you need to move quickly. I will find a means of removing this, and I will remain here. Perhaps I can provide some sort of distraction for any who mean to investigate the disappearance of their comrades.
Will nod, point in the direction that we came from. A bone devil and a cambion are in a cell up that way. If you go that way, be careful.
Understood.
We'll be back for you.
That is appreciated. And you see he gives a very haggard bow. Formal, but still strained. All right. Lucretia steps forward to rejoin you all and becomes the camera for a moment. And the rest of the map I did not have specifics for, so we can do the theater of the mind for this next little bit. You all continue forward. And the passageway winds a little bit before coming to a large stone archway that leads into a spiral path that seems to curl up. Who would, I'll say, make a perception check. Whoever is in front or what have you.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably keeping to the back since I can catch up a lot easier if necessary.
Okay.
Probably kind of in the middle because I can't walk as fast as everybody else because my legs are short.
Every time it's marching order, I just remember she's got teeny little legs.
She does. It's like a dachshund.
13 for perception.
With a 13, as you peek down the hall, both looking both up and down, you can spot torches lining the walls, giving this a well-lit, deep, dank, depressing, hellish dungeon. You can spot 2 cambions at the very edge of your sight, sort of making their way up You see their shadows illuminated on the ground as they continue up the spiral walkway. Looking down, you can hear some slight movement, but given this spiral sort of chamber, you can't quite tell how far away. But it doesn't seem to be in your imminent view. Lucretia does step forward and say, it's, I believe on the next level up is where this room is. We will have to move very quietly.
Well, no time like the present.
With that, give me one moment. I want to see something. Fun thing about NPCs and having so many of them is you don't remember what spells which character has. Oh, got it. Couldn't even cast it if I wanted it to. She has no components. I will need everyone to make a stealth check.
Ten is, or today better than
Better than not.
10.
Yeah.
8.
Okay.
Still rolling less than CAD's modifier.
24.
Nice.
14.
Okay.
14.
14. Solid.
Flip's like half jogging to catch up, and she's just like,
As you do let out that breath, as you all are creeping along, Lucretia actually turns and just points at her nose and then does this. Basically signaling, breathe through your nose as it's less loud. But
we
you
try
all
keeping up with everybody with these short legs.
Every time you say that, do you actually say that out loud?
Probably under her breath, yeah.
Ujo, can I make a perception check to hear this complaining?
What's a passive perception?
My passive perception is 16.
And Flit, what is your passive persuasion? I guess I'm just ruling on like how.
What would that be?
So 10 plus your modifier for persuasion.
14.
I'll say, Renolphus, you do hear some muttering under Flit's breath.
Okay. Or how much does Flit weigh?
Oh god, I don't even imagine that much. Maybe. She's only like 3 feet tall. So I don't imagine more than like, let's see, my dog weighs about 30 pounds right now.
I'm gonna pick her up.
Okay. Flit, you see Renolphus reach back and reach for you.
Her eyes just like go really wet. Like,
do you
what did
resist?
I do?
Do you resist the grab at all?
I think
With
she's a
my
little
other
too
hand, I
surprised.
just do one of these. Like,
I just like stand there. I think he just like surprised me a little bit.
All right. Renolphus, you reach back and with one hand pick up Flit. Do you mean to put her on your back? Or what do? You just like hold her?
I kind of just like throw her over my shoulder for the time being. Like very unceremoniously, just
Basically,
be carried, you're faster this way, and shut the fuck up.
Basically, I'm just trying to figure out if I need to make a new mini with Renolfus and Flit on his
Harry
shoulder.
and Flit.
Hey, have y'all seen Bleach? The
Yeah.
anime Bleach? You know the Kenpachi with his tiny little pink-haired friend that rides on his shoulder?
Yep.
That's kind of what I'm picturing.
My mind was actually going to go to finding someone with proficiency in leatherworking tools and make me like a dad harness with stirrups so that you could stand on my back.
Oh,
That's
dog.
cute.
Like a dog backpack.
Yeah.
I can fire spells for that. Pew pew
Yes,
pew.
you
I'm
can.
just saying, when this happens, let me know. Well, I should know because it'd be as the DM allowing it. I would just need to make a new mini and completely have to rework how Foundry would work for the two of you. But this is feasible.
Well, we would move on my initiative.
Does it
Yes.
count as mounted combat if Flit's the one who's doing stuff?
I don't know, Court. Do you want to sink a feet into mounted combatant?
You
That
all
would be
creep
fun as
up the
hell.
pathway.
All I'm saying is that the only rule for a mount is that it has to be one size category bigger than you, and it has to be willing and able to carry you.
Ronaldus is like 2 size categories.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's 1.5.
You
Okay.
all continue to creep up the spiral stone pathway. And for a moment, Arsinoe, you can hear conversation between the two Cambians that you are trailing just behind, just out of their perception. One of them says, "Did you hear the wails from the undead one?" No one says, "Yeah, that was fun." Says, "Why do you think he gets his own cell?" And the other one says, "Did you not hear the stories? He hunts us. He is an expert at us. We keep him locked in his own cell, so he has no means of continuing that." And the other one says, "Well, why does Diablos keep him alive then?" "I don't know. You go ask him. Let's see how much information you get from the big boss." "Now shut up. We have to keep our patrol going. I don't know where the hell the other two are." And they continue walking up. At this point, you do spot, just coming into vision, a large stone and also wooden door, a double set of doors. And as you approach, Lucretia says, or she doesn't say anything, she just points.
Where did the Cambions go? Did they like continue up or?
Yep, they are
Okay.
continuing up and around the spiral.
So this goes up past the floor that we're on. This is like a central or potentially central spiral going
Yes.
up going up this tower. Okay.
Exactly.
Sounds like that would make Rhodes barf trying to look down that.
Oof. That would hurt.
Yeah, your ankles are feeling the pressure a little bit.
Is the door open that we're coming up toward?
It is not.
Okay. Once we get close, I'd like to listen before touching, pushing, or doing anything else.
All right, go ahead and make me a perception check.
While you're doing that, can I make an investigation check on the door itself?
Sure, go
to
for
determine if it is locked and or trapped?
Go for it.
Since I'm on his shoulder, can I assist with that?
Yes, you can. Jesus Christ. Oh no. I can see the future and all of my traps and things are at risk. Everything's gonna have like master fucking difficulty to identify.
You can take advantage if you want, Dustin. I only have a +2.
Okay.
I have a 23 on perception.
23. Okay. Um, and I apologize. You were checking to see. I apologize.
Listening
Were you
at the
checking-
door.
Thank you.
I was
listening at the door.
listening to see if I could hear anything beyond it, as if there are people in there, perhaps talking.
You press your ear to the door, and you don't know if it's because the door is quite thick, but you do not hear anything coming from inside.
I'll take a step back then, so that Renalphus and Flick can come up and just say, "Sounds quiet."
Okay. Renalphus, what was the result of your check?
16.
With a 16, you can see that it is locked. It does not appear to be trapped, however. And as you are observing this, that sound from the downward part of the spiral starts getting a little bit louder. What do you guys do?
I'm sorry, what was the material that the door is made out of?
A mixture of stone and wood.
When you say mixture, define mixture.
The the frame and the well, really the frame is stone, but there are wood panels that are sort of placed in the frame itself. It's a large set of double doors.
She'll turn to the group and say, "Unless one of you can pick this lock, I'm kicking it down."
Like,
Yeah, everyone's like,
yep, just
Just give her space.
yeah.
And you said it's double doors?
double doors, yes.
Yeah, and she just wants to
Uh,
like aim for the wooden part and just karate chop them, essentially. Like,
Okay.
Uh,
for it.
I am going to put down the gnome and ready myself. On your count. Let's do it.
all right.
So I can either just give you help or I can make my own check, whichever the DM determines.
I'm gonna say for this, I'm gonna need a check from both of you. I mean, because
Meantime?
helping would be like taking her foot
Guidance.
and pushing it into the door.
Guidance to Chio.
That's a D4.
Yeah.
Is this an athletics check or an attack?
Athletics check. Also, Sam, if you're guidancing, make sure you have your sticky.
It's just the
note
one.
thing.
It's just the one.
It's an athletics check. I can't do an unarmed strike against the wooden part of the door.
With that wording, yes, you can make an unarmed strike against the wooden part of the door.
I'm okay with athletics.
Okay,
I'm just gonna throw my weight into it.
sounds good.
Thank you for cooperating, dice. 27
Woo!
to hit
Jesus
the door.
Right, you hit the door. Roll damage for me, I guess. And Renalphus, what did you get?
Not great. 12.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me. I should have just had you attack the door.
I mean, I can just attack the door.
Just attack the door. I don't know why I had you guys do two separate things. It's fine.
It's 9 points of damage.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Okay. 18 will hit. Go ahead and give me your damage.
Nine.
All right. You both prime and push forward. Chio, you are kicking through one of the wood panels. Renalphus, are you also aiming for a wooden panel?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm aiming for a weak spot.
Okay. Chio, while you aim for the wood panel, Renalphus, I'll say that you position your kick right where the doors meet, hoping that possibly the lock itself could be broken by a swift enough force.
Mm-hmm.
With the combination of you two, you manage to buckle the door in a little. Chio, your kick does dent through the wood, but it still hasn't gotten through. With the buckle in, you definitely hear some hardware creaking from the force, but the door does not open just yet. The moment that happens, Arsinoe, you can hear, the hell was that? Go check it out. You guys have one
Coming.
more shot to open this door.
I can. Well, never mind.
Can
Yeah.
I fire
I'm gonna
Eldritch Blast
attack
at the
again.
door as well?
Go for it.
I'm gonna
I
shift
get 2
myself
beams.
to behind them.
Okay.
In the, I guess, whatever direction that those voices came from, to get in between the group and those voices.
Same.
Sounds good.
If there's space, I'll do the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
28 and 14.
Both will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
13 to hit.
13 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Cujo, can I just make both my attacks at this
Yeah,
door?
that's fine at this point. If you guys have multi-attack, it's given the tense moment of tension. Let me try this again. Given the moment of tension,
There you go.
it makes total sense for you guys to be like, get the fuck in the door, whatever you guys got to do. So if you have multi-attack, if you've got bonus actions, if you want to pour that into it, by all means, go ahead. Just let me know what you guys get.
11 points of force damage total for
Awesome.
both beams.
Sweet.
14 points of damage from me.
Awesome.
Between my 2 attacks, the lower of the 2 attacks was a 19.
Okay.
And I deal a total of 27 points of damage.
All right. Arsinoe and Malice. As your compatriots assault the door, you two and Lycretia both position yourselves just to be a buffer, just in case the Cambians get too close. After just a brief moment with a collection of eldritch energy, monk-like precision, and brute fucking force, the door busts open. I will need Chio, Renolphus, and Flit to make wisdom saving throws.
How close are they to me? Within 10 feet?
They're I'd say they're like 5 feet away.
Okay, so everyone gets their +4 then.
23.
Okay.
22.
17.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and reveal the map for you. Okay, just make sure everybody's on the map. You want to make doubly sure that this is ready to go. Okay. I worked really hard on this. Can you see everything? Okay.
I see a loading bar.
Whoa, that's huge.
Oh, wow. Let's shrink out a little.
Oh.
Okay.
Big shout out to Dungeon Alchemist, by the
Oh
way.
shit.
That's a cool ass
As
map.
they have been massively updating their program with more assets and fun
Yeah,
little
they
doohickeys. So
have.
thank you, Dungeon Alchemist. I literally today was like, yeah, I've got it all prepped to. Oh god, I don't have a map. Shit. So thank you, Dungeon Alchemist, for all of the awesome stuff you've been adding to your program. Super awesome. Okay, the door. I'm just gonna say that the gate behind you is the big double door. Splinters open. And you step in, and for a moment, across the way, right over here, Renolphus, for a moment appearing before you, was one of the orc chieftains that had been missing. But then the image fades. Chio, one of the elders of your clan, had appeared before you. Flit, your father, had appeared before you. Each one of these figures giving a friendly expression of welcoming before you realize that this is an illusion. And the image fades from your view. And replacing it is a large devil with a skull-like mask with two sets of horns curling up and behind its head. It wears rusted black iron armor and has in its hand a very large and haggard-looking spear. And appearing next to it are two additional devils. These, different than the Cambians you've come across, these are crouched low to the ground, no wings to be seen. They each have this strange mask that almost looks like it was burned onto their face that glows in 3 different spots with a green energy. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Cujo,
Yes.
for the record,
Yes.
the kind, welcoming expression is how I knew this was an illusion. No orc chieftain ever gives anything that kind of look, unless he intends to eat said thing.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come back here. I'm gonna do this.
So glad I'm rolling great on initiative tonight.
Not that Lucretia was with you.
I really wish I could be rolling a little bit better on initiative tonight.
What did you roll?
Don't worry about it. Just know that I can't
Master of
protect you.
cruelties? Shit.
All right. Let me
That's-
roll.
Sorry, I will keep that instead. That's something that my Monday night character would say, and so I
In
will
my
leave that
brain,
instead.
I read that as like if you were saying cruelties like crudités, and I was like, that's not right. You guys, can I just tell you how the puppy's really cute right now? He's laying in my doorway with his head on his paws like this, just like looking at me.
Okay.
Whoop.
There. And then. Whew. Gotta love it. All right. Flit, you got a 7, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so that is true. Arsenaway, you good with your 9?
Yeah. Well, I'm not good with it, but yeah.
No, you know what I mean. Malice, what did you get?
I got a 13.
13. Renalphus, what did you get?
Definitely posting up the cleric numbers with a 6.
Yeah, cleric
Awesome.
numbers.
And Chio, what did you get?
16.
I knew that 21 for the stupid imp fight was gonna bite me later.
All right.
Oh no.
First up is the Master of Cruelties. As you all enter, you hear this is going to be quite a time. I also just realized that Lucretia was not added to the initiative. Give me 1 second. I will fix this. She got... Oh, great. Don't worry, guys.
Cleric
She's got it.
numbers.
Bam.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
what's your dex?
+1.
I do go before her. Excellent.
Okay. It's good that you mentioned that. Renalphus, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. No.
Okay. Renalphus, you see the creature reach up with a gauntleted, clawed hand and say, "These people are not your friends. Slay them." And they cast Dominate Person on you.
Fuck.
You guys are
Hardcore.
fucked.
Fucked.
All right. right. And yeah, he's just gonna chill.
Just
He's not gonna
chill.
move.
Don't
Chio,
have to chill.
it is your turn. I will say, for the sake of understanding, he said this in common.
And he didn't say it in his mind. It was aloud.
It was allowed.
Okay.
Yes.
I couldn't remember how dominate person
All right, I just want to triple check.
functioned on the back end.
Yep, verbal and somatic.
Okay.
And I like the rule that in order for the person that you're dominating to understand you, you have to speak a language. At least in my brain, in this moment, this is how I'm going to rule it. He said it in common so that he understood it.
That's fair.
That's totally legitimate.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
I got no way of helping Renalphus not be charmed. So she's gonna go. What is the range on this motherfucker? I mean, is she that stupid? I assume I have to go around this thing in the middle. That's like a big
yes,
ball
that
of
statue.
something.
That is correct.
Oh, is that a statue? Okay. And this thing is like a.
Actually, real quick, Renalphus, re-roll your saving throw as you have advantage since you are going to be fighting it.
Okay.
I apologize. That is specifically in
Oh.
the rules. It says if you are fighting this thing, you can roll with advantage.
And you have your +4 from me.
Yes. Roll low.
That becomes a 16.
Let me see. Okay. It just fails. So the spell still goes off. Oh, Flit, you raised your
Bad luck.
fingers like you're going to snap. So you having him roll again?
Bad luck. I'm adding a d4.
Is that a d4 that I roll or you roll?
It says that I rolled it, so
All right, roll it.
Go ahead.
How do I do this wrong?
so add 2 to that.
It becomes a 18.
Renalphus, as this creature peers into your mind, for a moment you look to your compatriots and recognize them as the quote-unquote civilized races that left you and your people to starve while the world ended. And the hate building in your heart becomes almost too much to bear until the feeling seemingly fades from your mind as reality speaks to you in this moment, and your conscience tells you this creature is trying to control you. The dominate person does not succeed. Well done. Very clutch.
My reaction for the round, but
Ugh.
I'd rather not get my ass kicked by Renalphus.
I will respond to him. You'll have to be more convincing than that.
You just hear, I do like it when they fight a little.
Oh, I don't plan to fight a little.
All right, Chio, you may continue with your turn.
So I am going to run right there. Oh wait, no, I have to be closer. I forgot because I have to be there, but it would still work. And I'm going to attack this guy.
Okay. As you
Oh, fuck you, dice.
move into his space to attack, he scurries along the ground away from you. Using the scout maneuver, he is going to move half of his speed away from you. So that's
Alright, bitch.
5, 10, 15.
Whatever. Well, I mean, I don't think that my 12 hit him, so it's fine.
The scout movement does not incur attacks of opportunity.
Oh, I assumed that. Yeah, because it's a class ability.
Yes.
Fine. I moved. Oh shit, too far. 35 feet. All right.
Yep, you got another 15 feet. I love all the rulers going across the map.
Wait, I was.
Everything
Wait.
looks so far away. I just had to make sure it was in range.
Yeah, I don't
Not
know
even
why
gonna-
my brain. I can't see the square, so I have to use the
Yeah.
ruler. So I'm just like, where am I
I wonder if
going?
that's something I can fix.
You can change it to. You can change the color to like white. I think.
Grid.
I'm just gonna wait till everybody moves and then figure the fuck out where I'm gonna go.
Because
Because all of you fucks are gonna just scatter anyway. So
Yeah, I stay far away.
Ruined
like
my
a
whole
respectable
plan,
person.
but
I stay
fine. I'll
respectable
just
distance.
follow him and try to punch him again. Just trying to use my dragon's breath and get all of them, but fine.
There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Mm.
Can
He's
you
like,
guys
come
see the
back
girl
and
a
let
little
me
more?
hit you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and punch him.
Nope. Okay, so that's now 6 dice in dice jail because that was
What?
worse.
Oh my god. Oof. Sorry.
And bonus action. Let's try another unarmed strike. Fuck it. Okay. A 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Thank
Go ahead and give me
the
some
Lord.
damage.
How is this written? Oh, technically, I guess I can't do that. Okay. Well, Breath of the Dragon says when you take the attack action, I did a bonus action, so I'm like, technically, I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, I'd say.
yeah. Nope, totally fair. I'm not in the position I want to be where I can get them like really well anyway, so. But that's 10 points of damage.
Solid. As the creature crawls across the ground like Valdo from Soul Calibur, you just run up and Superman punch it square in the face, and you feel your fist connect with this mask that seems to have been burned into its face, and you hear a well done. It is now the Three Eyes' turn. That Three Eyes, in response, is going to move here, having successfully baited you, and is going to make an attack. Well, one, 2 attacks with advantage. That is a natural 20.
All right.
I will need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Hold on.
I am running out of room in my dice jail. That's 5.
Stop it.
That's
All right.
Jesus.
that is how full my dice jail is. Everything
I
is
will.
below a 3
No.
today.
Wait. Where
Do you remember
are you?
that time when I gave you guys a level and you're like, hey, I could teleport via plants, and it kind of fucked over the encounter a little bit?
Is this our comeuppance?
No.
My comeuppance.
It's
Just
history
our-
repeating itself. The Constitution saving throw was against poison damage.
Oh!
Literally,
Oh.
this session, we decided that you are immune to poison damage. And I got a natural 20.
You should just roll the damage to see how much Rhodes would have taken anyway, just to make it
Just to,
sting
like-
a little
Yeah, you know
more.
what?
Just
I
to
need
really
feel
rub
better
salt.
about
Just like
myself and my
rub some
decisions, so I'm
salt in
doing
it.
that. Jesus. I'm so mad I can't even find my D6s.
So angry, I can't find my dice.
Oh.
I'm sure I also took
Yeah.
some slashing damage though.
Don't like try to take damage, Rhodes.
feel bad.
18. What's 7 times 6?
42.
42, yeah.
Add 18, that's 60.
Yeah. Oh shit, I would be
Oh.
almost dead.
So
Yeah,
instead,
don't feel bad. He's trying to kill you.
take
Yeah.
9 slashing damage as his Qatar slashes you across the chest, and ignore the 60 poison damage as you're immune. I'm so mad. I'm so mad at myself. Ugh, okay. It's all good.
You basically scraped your knee, Rhodes.
It's going to make its second attack. Again with advantage.
I got my tetanus booster before we started this thing.
To 25 to hit.
Don't forget to use your poison attack again, just to pack a little more punch.
Good. I got max damage. Wait, sorry. That was max damage. Change the first one to 12 points of damage. I apologize. Now take 9 points of slashing damage.
Sorry, not sorry.
And nothing else. It's all good. That is its turn. Up next, Malice. You are up.
Okay. Yep. So for bonus action, I am going to teleport over here.
Okay.
So
The flanking chain.
yes, because why the fuck not?
Makes
I
sense.
think
Yeah.
the popular term is conga line.
I'm gonna reach out, put my hands on his hips, with my spear.
Like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, with my spear, and yeah. So once she reappears as somewhat translucent smoke monster looking thing, then I will take my first of my 2 attacks.
Awesome. Go for it.
And wow, that is pretty crappy. Even with advantage. Is going to be 15.
A 15 unfortunately misses.
Oh,
As you swipe out, the creature, you see its head turn complete 180 degrees and then ducks low to dodge your sword.
oh shit, exorcist shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get like a +4 from being in your own presence or whatever the fuck that is.
I mean, yes, but not to this particular thing.
That is the best way to include like self-affirmation as a mechanic in D&D.
It basically is.
I am my best self.
And so,
Get
and
a
everyone
+4
ends up
just for being you.
everyone else gets it too. So second attack is that's crap. That's better. 25.
Yeah, absolutely, that will hit.
Wonderful. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely gonna smite this shit, and it is a fiend of some kind, I'm assuming.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's 6 slashing or 6 piercing damage, I think spears do.
Okay.
And then smiting it at, gosh, fuck it, 2nd level. So
Okay.
2, 3, 4, D8 is, oh, that's good. 8, 16, 20, 27 radiant damage.
Very nice.
All right.
And I think that's all of my stuff.
The first strike sails over its form, but anticipating that this fucking contortionist bullshit's gonna happen again, you slice down vertically and cleave into his chest. Weirdly enough, it doesn't react with a sound of pain, but you do know that the wound is open and gore and viscera are falling out of it. It's a little fucked up.
Yep, this is all a little fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not okay. They're not allowed to be into it.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Is the other creature. The other creature is going to bonus action disengage. 10, 15, 20. And as it runs, it reaches back and pulls out a large shuriken, dives through the air, and throws it directly at Flit.
Stop picking on my gnome!
Ouch.
Oh,
no.
ownership already. Weird. That's a D12, Joe. Okay.
No, please roll the d12, Joe.
That's okay.
Get a natural 12.
That is a 15 to hit.
Well, my AC is 14, so yeah.
That was so much unnecessary sass. You could just say
Oh,
yes.
sass.
Flip. I will need a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Just
I'm
remember
gonna
to-
use Tides of Chaos and give myself advantage on this.
Sounds good.
You gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Before you regain use of this feature, the DM can have you roll on the wild magic table after you cast a first level spell or higher, and then you regain the use of this feature. Otherwise, I just regain it again after a long rest. So it's up to you.
Sounds good.
But well, that's a natural 20, my friend.
There you go.
So 27.
Shit. Okay. So you're going to take 10 points of slashing damage as the shuriken sails through the air and slices into your arm. Then, with your natural 20, you're going to take 13 points of poison damage. As laced along the blade of the shuriken is a thick green ichor-like poison.
Okay.
And after it slices into your arm, it collides with the ground and on its point. And as replacing its second attack, it reaches forward, and you watch as it ting, and then flies right back into his hand. Arsinoe, it is your turn.
Take a single step here. And that should be everybody. So everybody take your emboldening bond. Your D4.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Wait, it's gotta be the blank spot then.
It's too much of a culture shock otherwise.
It's too much.
You need to like make a clip with your cricket and like
Yeah, and just like a little hang thing that hangs
Yeah.
from the glasses, or like those mistletoe
Just like-
headbands.
yeah. Just make
I'm
like
pretty sure I've got this. in my
1d4.
Jesus.
So everyone's got their D4. And then I'm going to... what do I have for bonus actions? Not much. Wait on that. I want to wait on that. Okay. I need somebody else in the field. Okay, fine. I'll cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
Because that does not have any components to it.
Give me a moment. Where are you casting it?
I'm gonna cast it behind... Dude, yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then I get to roll... for a nat 20!
There you go. Hell yeah.
So that is 13 plus... yeah, you're a D. 16 points of force damage, please.
Solid. The featureless figure appears behind the three eyes, complete with the shield, and surges forward, and with the edge of the shield, just as the creature retrieves its shuriken, it turns, and the edge of the shield clips it right in the cheekbone, and you see blood just course across the ground. It is still up, but now it looks like there's a solid dent in its cheek.
Good.
Well done.
That's my turn. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Sounds good. Up next is Flip.
Me. Okay. I am. Okay. I had a plan. I did.
I had a plan and then I forgot that plan.
No. I am going to. First, I'm going to use 2 sorcery points and twin spell. And then I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at these 2 dingleberries that are here.
Sounds good.
So I'm
Alright,
casting
then
that
give
at
me-
2nd level. So do you need me to roll the wild magic table?
Let's resolve the spell first, just to
Okay.
see what happens. It's a con save, yeah?
No. Chaos Bolt is
Oh!
attack.
Got it. So yeah, go ahead and make your
So-
attack rolls then.
All right. The first one is
And remember the
14.
D4, you believe, applies towards attack rolls. Is that right, Sam?
What? I don't think so.
You don't
Hold
me,
on.
Bon?
Hold on. Yes, it does. Yeah. D4
There you
to
go.
attack, ability checks, or saving throws.
So that is an 18 for the first one.
18 will hit.
I'll roll both attacks and then I'll do the damage.
Sure, sounds good.
Actually, no, this is the one that has the weird damage, so I will do the damage after each roll. Okay, so that's 2d8. 8 and 6. So 2d8, that's 8, 14 thunder damage plus okay, so it's 2d6 plus another 11 thunder damage.
Okay, so you did 1 on each, yeah?
So the way the damage it goes is I roll the attack and then the damage is 2d8 plus 2d6. And then the d8s determine the attack type. So I choose one of the d8s to pick what type of damage they do.
Awesome.
So I rolled an 8 and a 6, which is 6 is poison, 8 is thunder. So I'm choosing to do thunder damage.
Awesome. Sounds good.
And then I rolled 2d6 for every spell of 2nd level. I roll an extra d6 of every like 2nd level or higher spell. Gotcha. So that was the attack against the first one. So that's why I want to do the damage separately because it's weird. So the second, since I twin spelled, the second one, and the first one was on this guy in front of the spiritual weapon, and then the second one will be on the guy that's flanking, that's in between Malice and Chio.
Sounds good.
This is a cool spell. It's just the damage is weird.
Yeah. It's a puzzle just to get the damage all.
Yeah. 13 plus another 15 plus 9. So I'm going to assume that 24 hits.
Yes, it will.
All right. And that is, okay, 2d8. So that's a 7 and a 4. I will choose to do force damage.
Okay.
So 11 force damage plus, and then 2d6. 8 force damage.
All right. Now go ahead and roll your.
Okay, so I'm up to 2 on wild magic.
Okay. And real quick, Tides of Chaos. Just double check.
So that does the way it reads is once per long rest, you can gain advantage on 1 attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Before you regain use of this feature, the DM can have you roll on the Wild Magic Surge table after you cast a 1st level or higher spell. You then regain use of this feature.
Okay.
So you regain that use.
Yeah, so you're going to regain that use.
And I rolled a 14 on my Wild Magic, by the way.
Okay. All right.
So
we're
I'm
up
up to 3.
Yep. Awesome. Arsinoe, as you cast your spiritual weapon and activate your bond, you see 2 whirling arcane bursts of energy emit from Flit and peg these things directly in the chest, nearly knocking them to the ground. Well done. That was a shit ton of damage. You just laid down.
Fantastic.
Yes, well, it's a fun fucking spell.
Yeah. Renalphus, it is your turn.
Oh, is it me?
It is you.
I'm gonna move up here. This guy that's in front of me is looking a little rough, right?
Yes. At this point, both of them are looking pretty beat up at this point.
Okay. Then I'm going to make my 2 attacks against him. I'll make the first attack. 28.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Ew.
And that is 12 damage total. 3 of that is lightning.
Okay. All right. You reach out with your claws and you do slash as its head is turned at the base of the neck, crawling up its bald skull, and your claws just peel away flesh. It is still alive. Again, not making sounds of pain.
But it is taking damage,
Oh,
right?
it is taking damage. It looks like shit,
Okay.
but it's still operating as though it is
It likes
at full
this.
capacity, full ready to go. Yeah.
Okay. Second attack is 31.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Yes. That would hit
19 plus 11 is 31, right?
19 plus 11. That is 30 on the dot.
30. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a cheater.
Well, now it misses because you sassed me.
11 points total, 2 of which is lightning.
Oof. The Three Eyes turns to face you, and just as it does, you swipe through again, this time targeting the neck, and you slash through. And again, viscera is just pouring from this thing, and it is still in a combat stance. It barely even reacted, but it's looking terrible.
Okay. I am going to continue moving. I am only going to get here.
Okay. Up next is Lucretia Hollow. She, recognizing that she entered just as a very powerful spell was let loose from the big boy, she is going to simply move 5, 10, 15. And she's just going to lift her hands, and you watch, similar to Boykin in the hallucination that you guys experienced, you watch as her arms almost pilot unnaturally before she utters the word frail, and then lets loose a blight spell. I need to have the creature make a con save. God fucking damn it. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Don't you love when you fight
It's,
against yourself?
I know, it's
Isn't that
great.
like the best part about DMing?
It's
Yeah.
also great when, so I built the encounter with just you guys, and at the beginning of the session, I was like, they're not going to know where the fucking room is. Son of a bitch, this is going to fucking hell. All right, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, that's an 11, and that's not going to work. So pardon me while I roll for a 5th level blight.
Blight.
Give me about 20 minutes to roll all this shit.
Man,
I
that
mean,
would
I
sound
don't
so...
think any of us would complain if you just took average.
Yeah.
No.
that
I
would
wouldn't
sound
know
lovely
either.
going down and down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
none of
true.
us would know.
I mean, I would know, but
Dustin would be
He
like, so
could
you
have
took
rolled
average,
average,
huh?
though.
Per line 64 of page 72 of...
That part B.
Nothing
you
in the
know,
rules
I just
says
told
he has
Sam
to tell
this
us.
yesterday. I'm not actually an encyclopedia. I just
What did
told
I
Only
ask
for
you?
3.5. Only for 3.5.
What did I ask you?
You asked me if a spell required material components,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I did not. I was in the hallway walking upstairs and did not immediately just know off the top of my head if a spell
Yeah,
needed material components.
And I hope you are ashamed.
Yeah.
for not
I
knowing the
mean,
answer.
there's a reason that every wizard at first level takes the issue materials feat. I mean, come on.
That was 39 points of damage.
Hot damn.
Okay.
And you watch as this imposing large figure withers a little bit at the spell working its effect. All of the moisture and all of the energy stored within its body is sapped, and you see it lean a little bit on the spear. Lycretia, as you glance over, she's got a little bit of a smirk on her face. We are back at the top of the initiative.
Make that marker
is-
god. I really don't like it.
It's just like,
No, it makes me uncomfortable. It's just like, that's a
Right?
really doily, sir.
Damn, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw against unsettled.
Yeah. Creeped out.
God damn it. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you know what? He's gonna get down and dirty.
That's
He is going to-
disgusting. I do not consent.
10, 15, 20.
Go
Yeah.
away.
Oh, you're coming to me?
Mm-hmm.
Must be
He's
Christmas.
gonna make an attack
Let's go,
on
Renalphus.
Chio and one on Renalphus.
Okay. I'm sure he's gonna
Grow.
hit me.
Hybrid form in office.
That's a dirty 20 for Chio.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be. That's 14 points of piercing damage and 12 points of psychic damage as you feel energy surge through the spear and rack your mind while you feel the impact of the weapon.
What are you doing?
And
Well, you know.
Renalphus.
Not wonderful.
Okay.
Is it really?
Did you really just crit?
Bring it.
This guy
I mean,
hurt.
I did tell him that he needs to be more persuasive.
That's 34 points of piercing damage.
Okay. That's fine.
And
And
okay, you are lucky. I rolled low on this. $34 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
how you looking, buddy?
I'm good.
It's a lot of damage I just laid down. It's
I have resistance to the normal
the slashing.
damage.
Cool.
The slashing. So I mean, I can't take one of those again.
It slashes Chio across the arm and then rights and then stabs directly into Renalphus's side. You feel almost the entire blade of the spear pierce your flesh, and the most painful migraines set in as it retrieves the spear. Not only are you just pouring blood from the wound, but your nose starts to bleed from all of the damage to your mind.
I just start like lapping up the blood that's no doubt on my mustache.
Okay, that's gross.
Yummy. The
um,
wall knows. Give me yours.
Chio, at the top of your turn,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
What's the defense?
2d4.
And there's a D4 involved, so that's dirty 20.
Okay. For a moment after you see this creature brutalize Renalphus, it glances at you and you feel the urge to just hit something before you remember stillness of mind. You regain control of your faculties. It is your turn.
I'm going to punch the dude in the middle of myself and Malice.
Okay.
And there's a this. 26 to hit.
I apologize. Yes, you said 26. 26 will hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I glance at my phone
That's a tilt.
and I get a message from our friend Tim saying, "Oh, cool. So I'm like an outer being right now. Ooh, make the party kiss each other, but turn the bard into an Enoch." Anyway.
Okay.
I miss that bastard.
Yeah, I do too.
It is unfortunately only 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Got it. It's looking really rough. You basically, as it's focused on Malice, you stomp down right at its knee, and you hear a snap of its leg, and it
Whoa.
still remains in a combat stance.
27 to hit it this time.
Yep.
That is 8 points of damage.
How do you kill this thing?
So I snap the one knee and it's like sticking out at a really fucked up, awkward angle. And as he kind of like naturally starts tilting to try to like, because he's lost some of his balance, she's just going to grab the dude by his head and just twist while looking at the dude behind her, the master of cruelties, and say, "Stay out of my fucking head."
Yes.
And then she's gonna use some key points, and then she's gonna punch the master of cruelties.
Yes!
Yes. Hell yes.
Go ahead and give me some attacks.
Oh, I don't get the advantage on this guy, unfortunately. That's a natural 20.
Hell
Hell
yes.
fucking yes.
Fuck yes.
This is the time. I will also just remind you guys are contending with like a fully deadly encounter with none of your gear.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking awesome. So
That's
props to you guys.
I'm only using spells without components at the moment because I don't have that
Bullshit.
focus.
I figure as a sorcerer, you're just willing them into being anyway.
I only have like one or two spells that have components anyway, so I'm just using those.
And with paladin and cleric spells, it's just based on faith. That's just how I'm ruling it. I will say for Lucretia, I have been looking through her spell list. I have to pick ones with only verbal and somatic. I am not picking any ones with material.
So far, I haven't picked any with material, even the stuff from last week.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm okay with ruling, especially since she doesn't have her holy symbol.
Right.
Yeah.
I know, Flip feels naked without her focus.
I feel naked without my armor. Bullshit.
I mean, you literally are.
Seriously, I like.
I
Your
hope
flowers
not.
are showing Malice.
Yeah.
No, you just realize that she's like half the size that you thought she was.
You're so skinny. It's only 14 points. I did not roll well.
14.
But,
Okay. You leap
sorry,
through the air to deliver a solid kick right to the base of his neck, and you kick, and it connects, and you hear a pop in his neck, and you land, and he just turns and looks directly at you. You now have his attention.
well, my other attack from Flurry of Blows is 18 to hit.
Let me see. 18 will just hit.
All right. Then that is 7 points of damage.
Okay. You followed up with a swift kick again to the back of the knee, hoping to get a similar result on the three eyes. Unfortunately, your foot stops as it meets his hooved leg.
He big guy, thick bones.
He a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
That one is dead. Malice, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Let's go, Malice.
Oh God, what is my wisdom saving?
D4
Yeah, plus a D4 is
plus your 4.
Is 27.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Similar to Chio, you feel as you're staring this large creature down, again, you feel that strange urge to hit the closest thing to you, Shrug off the effect. Your faculties are your own.
Once she shrugs it off, she just turns her head toward this large creature, and you can see the spear she's holding start to glow. I am casting as a bonus action Blinding Smite.
Okay. One quick note that I forgot to mention. We're going to kind of go back in time for just a quick moment. Chio, after you snap the neck, after you reverse exorcist him, you see the lights in the mask, the energy fade, and then fade from the body into the Master of Cruelties.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Continue with your turn, Malice. I apologize.
Not a problem. So bonus action Blinding Smite, which just sets it active, and it's an extra 3d8 on my next attack.
Fuck yeah.
And he'll have to make a con save. Where would I have to go to flank with Renalthus? Up in this
You would
spot?
need to be
You
right
would need-
here.
Right there?
Yes.
All right. Yep, I can make it. All right, so I'm going to get up there. And then I am going to take my two attacks against him with advantage.
Awesome. Go ahead.
Fuck him up.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Go.
Hell
One
yes.
more smite into it.
More smite.
Okay. So again,
Power of Christ compels you.
is it a fiend?
Yes, it is.
Do you need me to bring you some dice?
Hang on. Okay. So base damage is 11 plus 64
Wait.
radiant. I have my next attack. I have Blinding Smite, an extra 3d8 on top of
Yeah.
5d8.
All right.
Sorry.
Tina, you're attacking with a spear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1d6.
I thought it was 1d8 if I'm two-handing it since I don't have a shield.
D8.
D8. My apologies.
1d8
Blinding
plus-
Smite is
3d8 on top of that.
3d8. Are you pumping more smite into this?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what is the extra smite damage?
Is going to be another 4d. Is it 4d8?
What spell slot are you using?
Sorry, second, third, plus an extra d8. So it'll be a second level smite slot.
Which
So-
is so 3d8.
Plus an extra d8 for a fiend.
Okay, so that's
Holy shit.
4d8. So that's 8d8. Yeah, is
64.
So 64 damage plus your ability modifier is probably what? Plus 2, plus 3?
Plus 3.
So roll
67.
8d8 and add 67 to it.
Thank you. Okay, 5, 6.
Those paladins, though.
Jojo, why do you look like you're clenching your butt cheeks
Wow.
real hard right now?
It's because I'm pinching one off.
cut in
Court.
half.
Don't call it out.
4.
You look a little gassy.
So
huh?
that is an additional 31 plus 67, you said?
Yeah,
Holy
It's 98 points.
that's an
98 points of
point
damage.
Okay.
Hey, Tina, paint me a picture with your words.
She's like, hold on, I gotta get some water going here.
It had 82 hit points.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god!
And that was after taking a blight and getting 15 back when the Three Eyes died. Oh, and also Chio's few hits. Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
Tina.
Yeah.
AKA Malice. Paint
Yeah.
me a picture with your words. How does this Master of Cruelties fall before your blade?
So where can I reach on him? Like, how much larger is he in terms of height, especially?
He is 9 feet tall,
Okay.
I'd say for ease, you could hit pretty
Like
much
side
from
up
like
the butt.
chest, like at this level down.
Okay.
Because if
Okay.
you're using that spear two-handed, you could
Yeah, I can
you
go
have a little
up.
bit of reach. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. So yeah, so before she came over, you see the spear in her hands just start to glow and pulse. And once she moves across, she's just gonna kind of twist it around and jam up through his ribcage, and you see his chest just explode into sort of kind of like glitter in essence, sparkly gold flecks that just trickle down.
Yeah. His chest fully explodes outward, showering everybody in not only entrails, but in some small glittery, arcane, divine pieces of energy. And he crumples to the ground. Holy shit.
What happens to the other dude?
The other dude, the mask,
From him.
the lights go out, and he crumples to the ground.
Well,
Cool. Where's our shit?
Fuck.
holy shit.
So anyway,
That was badass, Tina.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
that was incredible.
Been waiting
Well
for that.
fucking done. Lycretia stares in disbelief. I apologize for my assumption that you were not this capable.
And Malice
As-
doesn't even have her sword and armor right now.
Yeah, speaking of,
No.
As you look around, you can see that this seemed to be a secondary jail area. Much larger cells, several skeletons and bones litter the interior of each cell. You can also spot several spots where cobwebs seem to have overtaken parts of this room. Don't let the floor of this image fool you. It is stained with many, many, many bloodstains of various sizes and puddles. This central hall leads to a large iron gate on the opposite side right here, where you can spot atop this gate, almost on a little shelf, you can see that it is a portcullis that you typically creatures would be able to crawl up there and operate the machine to open the gate. Currently, it stands closed.
Before we get to that, you said this dude is about 9 feet tall, right?
Yes.
You steal his
How
armor.
menacing is the armor he's wearing?
Hell yeah.
Well, before it exploded, it looked quite intimidating. Having it was more of like banded mail, kind of like a very Roman sort of approach to armor.
Okay.
After the explosion, the chest piece sort of stands open with the bands being bent back from the sheer force of the divine energy that exploded out of his chest.
Oh.
The back has a small puncture from a spear. You think, yeah, you know, some of your compatriots back home could easily refashion this for you.
Sweet. I'm gonna wear it and I'm gonna take his spear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say,
I turn to the group and say, somebody help me with this.
I'm gonna say you can wear it, it's going to count as, I guess the equivalent is going to be scale mail.
Okay.
I'm going to say, given that you have metal bands standing out like so, you're going to have disadvantage on acrobatics checks.
What I'm gonna do, because I don't want just like a big old hole in my chest. I am going to lay the chest piece down so that the tiny bits are facing like on the floor, and I am going to stomp on it to try and flatten all that out and bend those bands roughly back into shape. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for less danger.
Make me a... Give me a strength check.
While he's doing that, Arsinoe's gonna
Uh,
cross over and lay on hand, or not lay on hands, but healing hands for Chio, 12 points.
Do we still have emboldening bond?
10 minutes.
Then that is just a straight strength.
Yes.
Okay.
How well you do is going to determine how intact this thing is going to be.
Okay.
How high is the portcullis with the...
You can see it's 15 feet up.
Can I use Mage Hand to try to pull the things and open the door?
Yes. Give me just 1 second. Let me just see what Renalphus got on his check.
That is a 19.
19. You stomp down, and you hear one of the bands of metal snap, and you lift up the chest piece, and everything else is flat, not form-fitted by any means.
Mm-hmm.
You've closed the hole, but one of the bands right about mid-chest, right about here, there is just a snapped piece off. So there is a little bit of an opening, but it's smaller than your entire chest, which is out right now.
I take that band with me, that snapped off band, and I abso-fucking-lutely take that spear.
Sounds good. Go ahead and mark down for me that you have the Master of Cruelty's spear and a beaten up set of fiendish banded armor. Flit, as you cast Mage Hand, you see it float up to the portcullis, and you see it grasp around the handle and pull, and you can see it moves slightly, but not by much. I believe it's only 5 pounds that the Mage Hand can...
10.
10 pounds?
Yeah.
Even then, it moves a little bit, but not by much. As you are focused on that, Lycretia looks around at the bones. I believe I can solve this puzzle. I just need to figure out how to get these cells open.
Pull the keys out.
Arsinoe, go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Well, that didn't work so well last time.
Well, it's got like 80 keys on it, so...
Okay,
I can
like...
assist.
Okay. Roll with advantage. As you both are like sifting through keys.
Fucking guidance too. I'm gonna need it. That's a 13.
13. Is that with advantage too?
Yeah.
Okay. With a 13, I'll just give it to you. You manage to find the key to these cells. Do you open all of them?
Like we drop it a few times in the process.
Yeah.
You just have 13.
Yeah.
And so we had to start over.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Yeah, we'll just open... Yeah.
All?
I'll open all of them.
So, not only... I'll go ahead and actually do the thing. Bam. 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 And bam. Did it? There it goes. As you do, you see Lycretia sort of goes into like a trance-like state, and her arms move very slowly. And as they do, you hear the clickety-clack of bones rolling across the ground towards those doors. Until you see a very offsetting sight as all of the bones roll out of the cells towards her and meld into several skeletons that stand before you. You can see some of them don't have rib cages, that have been replaced by other limbs to sort of make up for the space. You see 3 skeletons have been constructed, and the rest of the bones, just as you're starting to hear commotion coming from the doorway, she turns, and the rest of them roll across the ground as the door is pulled closed by this mass of bones, and then they sort of climb up and form like a barricade over the door. Well, then you see these skeletons sort of turn to each other, freak out, and then run and climb up the 15 feet towards the portcullis and slowly start opening the gate to the next room.
Before we disappear through this gate, should we see if there's anything else on these guys? Were they carrying keys to other things, or?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I make one too, or can any of us make one?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I just
That's
do
fine.
a lap around and see if it does look like our shit might be somewhere? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just anywhere.
I
Go
rolled a
ahead
natural
and make-
one.
Chio, go ahead and make an investigation check as well.
It's too dark in here. I can't see anything.
Yeah, it is really fucking dark in here.
Oh.
You
10.
can add D4s, don't forget. We're
Oh,
still,
shit.
A
that's
Right.
still up.
D4 to a natural one.
Okay, well, not you.
Okay, 14 then.
14. And Chio, what did you get?
11. We're back to shit rolls.
Okay.
Listen, you got the good rolls when it counted.
That's true. This is true.
Flit, you poke at the large dude after Renalphus had taken the armor and the spear, and you don't see anything else on him of use other than a helmet that is entirely too large, and looking closer, similar to the Three Eyes, it looked like it was bonded to his flesh.
Ugh.
I'm like lift up an eyelid and just drop it back.
It's like a metal eyelid, and it just sort of screeches back. Malice, you find 2 of their katars, so the punch dagger like weapon that each of them are using, and you find 2 windmill shurikens. They are the large serrated blades, almost like saw blades, that you saw one of them throw at Flit and then command back to its grasp.
Who's collecting all the weapons now?
As for armor, you can see that these smaller creatures were not wearing anything of use. They were essentially wearing leather scraps and a similar sort of smock that you guys are currently garbed in.
Ooh, I will take a piece of one of those leather scraps that they were wearing and cast my mage armor again.
There you go.
Yeah. Yep. I will pick up the things that, just in case anyone wants to, I don't know, have some weapons.
Good.
And before, as I'm passing each of them, I would like to just druidcraft little flowers into the dead bodies
Oh, sounds
on my
good.
way out.
All right.
No fungi.
A little bit of fungi, but like the nice kind that's pretty.
Nice.
Yeah, the nice kind that's pretty, and like hopefully eventually will lead to a nice pretty garden here after we kill everything in this building.
Yep.
End combat there, actually. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to skip over what I had planned for this next hallway. I'll just say that it was going to be a maddening Time Lord-esque, it's bigger on the inside visual maze. It's okay. We don't gotta worry. We can just move past that. But after a frustrating half an hour of making your way 20 feet across the hall, you come to another set of double doors similar to the ones that you originally had entered this sort of hallway through. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Somebody. Anyone. Oh, and Chio, your earlier investigation check to find your shit, it was nowhere in that beginning room.
That's fair. I can do the investigation. I have a +4 unless anyone has a better one.
Okay.
Has it been? Yeah, you said it's been a half an hour, so no emboldening bond.
No emboldening.
Correct.
I've got a +5.
You go for it then. I can just assist. We can work together.
Okay.
Here, I'll move everybody into the room just so you can see what's going on.
That is 23.
Okay. With a 23, you can see that this door is trapped. You can see along the lock there is a strange symbol that looks to be in another language, a language you do not understand, but you do spot it on the lock itself. And this lock is not a standard key. It looks to be a panel of some kind.
I point it out and say, "Can anybody read this?"
I can if it's draconic.
Cujo, do I recognize what language it is, even if I can't read it?
I will say that you have encountered the Whispered Horde enough to recognize that this is infernal.
I look to Arsinoe. Can you read Infernal or just speak it?
Arsinoe, I will give you written infernal. I will say over the time you've operated as the beacon, not only have you known to learn the language verbally, so you can keep an ear out, you've also intercepted some documents from time to time and been able to pin down exactly when the patrols are going to be in the area.
Wait. She'll nod and move to the door.
You can see that this symbol is the word for soul.
Well, that's probably not good.
Just to double check, Flit, you had run an investigation check to check for loot as well, right? And that was where the natural 1 came in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Malice, you got a 14 on yours?
Yes.
And Chio, you got a 10, right?
It was 11 in the other room.
11, okay.
Yeah.
Just keeping that in mind for reasons. But you can see this panel has a small indentation right where that symbol is. It's in the center of where that indentation is in the door.
Okay. Is the indentation... What shape is the indentation?
It is a circle.
Okay. Sam thinks she knows. Can I roll, like... like a religion or a history check?
I will allow either one, actually.
Okay. I mean, they're both the same score, so... I think I know what it's supposed to be, but I want to see if she knows. I want to... No.
What'd you get?
6 plus... yeah, 10.
10? Yeah,
10.
Unfortunately, you're not quite sure what this could mean.
What
Sam
does it
knows.
say?
She doesn't know. It says soul.
Like, you have to feed it one? Or it's...
Knowing this place, maybe?
Is there some sort of arcana or something that I can roll to
Go ahead.
figure it
I'd
out?
say Roll Arcana. That would apply.
As soon as someone says like it needs a soul, I look at the necromancer like, you got
Sam,
that?
I blame you.
What?
No.
8.
8. All right. Yeah, you look at it. Nothing comes to mind.
Sam knows.
But you look at the
I think
necromancer.
Dustin knows. I think Sam and Dustin are thinking of the same thing. You said it's a Arcana check, Cujo?
Arcana, yeah, that would apply. And Chio, as you look at the necromancer, she says, "Oh, I can sort of pilot the leftovers, if you will, but retrieving a soul, that is not something I am capable of."
Leftovers.
All right, Cujo.
I say leftovers not with any sort of love. I, in fact, do not like that term. It's just what came to mind.
If
Lovely.
it is, if this Arcana check is used to recall information about Fey Fiends or Undead, it is a 16. Otherwise, it's a 10.
You know what? I'll let it apply.
Okay. Before you tell me,
yeah.
Can I tell you what I think it is and what I'm sure Sam thinks it is? We need a soul coin. The circular thing is a coin slot.
Bingo. You can identify, and you've heard some murmurs of conversation from several scouting parties back home, that they had found some strange circular stone discs with a glowing energy in the center. Some of them report that after looting the bodies and after going to sleep that night, they had dreams about humanoid families in Persephone, or they would have visions of a strange elf family that for some reason they felt a longing for the longer these things were in their possession. You, considering that connection and this slot here that matches almost exactly what you remember, you think you understand what soul coins are, and that what your scouting parties had come across were soul coins. So you know that in order to progress, you will have to find one.
I describe what I think they might be or look like to the best of my ability. And I go back to just, anywhere around where we are or on the bodies of the master of cruelty, especially the master of cruelties.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at there first, and I want to roll an investigation, specifically looking for soul coins.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Anybody else want to join in?
Yeah, I will as well.
Okay.
Throw guidance on one of those.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Sam, who are you guidancing?
It really doesn't matter. So, probably you, since you're telling us about it and you know what you're looking for.
Okay. Cujo, am I able to use my Hunter's Bane? Gives me advantage on fiend shit.
For this, I will say no. I'd
Okay.
say for recalling information about that, since typically soul coins are associated with devils and fiends, that's fine. But for looking for the actual thing, I'm going to say it does not apply.
19 for mine.
Nice.
19, okay.
22.
Nice.
Both of you.
Fuck yeah.
With a, I'm sorry, it was a 13 flip?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With a 13, you're looking all over the place, and with the dust and with the rubble and with the other debris that's just littering the ground, you don't see anything. With a
I get
19,
distracted by all the leaves.
with a 19, Chio, you do find something that matches Renolphus's description in pieces. It's just sort of littered across the ground. Renalphus, just as Chio points out the pieces, you get that motivation. You see the pieces, therefore there has to be more. So you start digging through, and in a very cobwebbed corner, you do see one soul coin with the teeniest little glint of energy. The full description, soul coins in my brain are a circle of stone with all sorts of infernal symbols sort of going along the edge with an opening in the center, and that's where this energy, this constant glowing white energy sort of gathers, almost like a star. But Renalphus, you now have a soul coin.
I call it out. Looks like I found one.
Um,
And I'm just heading back to the door to see if it fits.
While he's heading back to the door, can I do like another investigation check just to see if there's a second one here and this is some sort of necessary door opening apparatus, currency, something? I would rather have an extra.
Okay, go ahead and make another investigation check. I'm going to raise the DC a little bit since it's looking for the same thing.
At least grab the pieces of the other one too.
Yeah, and I'll grab those pieces. No, that's a 12. Fuck you, dice.
Yeah. With a 12, unfortunately, you kind of sift through everything one more time, and unfortunately don't see anything else.
Okay, then I'll just run and catch up.
Okay. After going back through the maze of gravity and also illusory pathways through this hallway, you come back to the door, and you place the coin into the slot, and you see the glowing energy fade into the infernal symbols, which then fades into every crease and every blemish in the door itself before it fades totally, and the door rumbles for a moment before creaking open. This door opens to reveal a horde. Piles.
I'm sorry, what is it reveal?
A horde.
Oh, okay.
Piles and piles of gold and silver and jewels and finery and crowns and circlets and rings and necklaces lays before you. You spot one corner of the room, right in that upper left corner, that seems to be a makeshift armory wall where you can see some familiar looking gear. Go ahead and mark that you guys have all of your stuff back.
I would like to look through this place for any other things I can pick up as well.
I'm not worried about that. I'm shoveling everything into my bag.
Yeah.
We can go through it later.
So this is probably other people's stuff. I feel like.
If you wait, sorry. Clarity. If it's something required attunement, I'm still attuned to it, right? I never unattuned, right? Even though I took it off? Or do I have to reattune to all my shit too?
I'm going to say you're going to have to reattune to your stuff.
My thing had a curse on it.
What was it? Your
Ring a spell storing.
shit. Forgot about that.
It's a curse of greed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a curse of greed. I
In
think
which
you
case
had
you don't do
resisted
all
it
this
though.
shit.
So I'll say it's null and void. So I'll say that the curse was removed the moment you were able to resist the greed.
Okay.
So it's just
Yeah, that's why we
spell
gave
storing.
it to you, because you could make the save. I could not.
Okay.
As you all are shoveling all of the gold and everything, Lucretia actually looks at yet another door on the opposite side of the room.
Oh.
I'm glad you found your equipment, but I think there's someone behind this door that we can help. And as she says that, exploding out of the gold, a jester, a familiar jester. Well, I see you've done quite well for yourself. This is a welcome sight. Oh, right. I did manage to locate your friends. Unfortunately, in a less than worthwhile situation. It seems that they are welcoming a meeting with the big man upstairs. I could not get
behind this door,
close.
then.
That. Ugh. You see, he looks and recoils a little bit. I don't know.
Errol, insight on him.
Go for it.
I would like to do insight on like Krisha.
Go for it.
She seems to know what's behind this door. I want to see if she looks like. I'm trying to determine whether or not she's trying to encourage us through the door into something that is not good for us.
Okay.
23.
Oh, Jesus. Dang.
And then Madison.
17.
Okay. I'll start with Lycretia. As she's looking at the door, before she started speaking, you did catch her expression, and it was almost mournful. And you can tell that she's encouraging you guys to press onward, as she knows that someone is suffering. As she did state that she heard wailing behind this door. Flit. You, in your time being attuned with Kefka, understand that Kefka, the way he perceives people, is not just visually. He also has a little bit of that vibe sight. Can kind of read people's aura. And you gather that Kefka is lying when he says that he does not know who is behind this door. In that he's getting some sort of vibe coming from that destination that he recognizes and does not like.
See this tiny blue ginger person.
Jesus Christ.
Narrow her eyes at him and cross her arms over her chest. And like, y'all can't hear anything, but she is speaking to him inside her head. She says, Mr. Kefka, we've been talking a lot since you made the pact with me. I know you're lying.
His eyes hover over you. And he moves towards you and sits cross-legged on the ground in front of you.
She mirrors that.
What is behind that door is something that would like nothing more than to see me strung up. It wants it with every fiber of its existence. Not too dissimilar to your friend.
And he glances at Renalphus for a quick moment.
For your safety, given your connection, I would advise leaving it be. Let it stew.
You tell me what it is, though? if they know, then I don't think they would want me to get hunted down by this thing either. And this lady, she seems nice, but she seems very intent on getting whoever it is out.
How very bleeding heart of her. The creature that is beyond this door has abilities similar to the friend that I mentioned previously, and again he glances at Renolphus. He was once an elf, but his hatred of my legacy drove him past the point of sanity, to the point where he has mutilated himself to be more effective hunter. His name is Marketh. And fiends, undead, demonic presences fear his name.
Shouldn't we want him to be let loose on Diablos?
Well, I'm sure you could. Just be aware that if he knows of your connection with me, I suppose I was the inciting incident, apparently. And at this point, he's just speaking outwardly, not really caring at this point. Apparently, when the calamity occurred, from the depths that the continent floated out of, all manner of monsters, fiends, demons, aberrations, all those wonderful flavors of existence crawled out. And he, so ashamed of his people's worship of me, decided to become the monster to hunt the monster.
Can I turn to what could I roll knowing that like Krisha wants to let this thing out? What could I roll to like kind of after hearing what he said, kind of turn to her and say, do you know who this is?
I'll say go ahead and make an insight check.
Okay.
She's and you'll roll it on this. She'll look and say, "No, I just heard
60.
someone 16. I just heard someone in terrible pain, isolated from the rest of us. And I knew that if I were going to be able to break out, that I would ensure this person's survival if I could."
He has abilities like Renalphus.
With a 16, you gather that she is speaking from a place of not, I don't want to say naivete. She's speaking from an actual true desire to see this good deed done in rescuing this person. You see her eyes sort of linger on the ground as she describes, what her intent was, and you can sort of gather from her expression that the wails she heard from within this hall, I don't want to say traumatized, it hung with her enough that this is like a priority for her. It like haunts her.
He used to be an elf. Mr. Kepka says he has abilities like Renalphus does.
But without the conscience, if you do possess one.
Rude.
He doesn't. He makes it his goal to fight and hunt down fiends and devils and demons.
It sounds like a person we would want at this particular moment.
Just tread lightly. From what I understand, the perception of Marketh is not a gradient in terms of morality. Marketh is a very black and white sort of hunter. If there is any taint of fiend or demonic energies, he deals with them swiftly. But who knows? Perhaps a little reunion could be fun. I would just encourage discretion when it comes to divulging your allies or connections.
Can he be reasoned with?
Well, being a agent of chaos, I don't know that I'm the one to turn to with that sort of question. I would hope so, but
He's not. He's not crazy so far as you know. He's not. He hasn't gone mad. He has.
difficult question to answer.
Difficult person to ask it of.
Hmm.
No, it's the perfect person to ask it of.
I like you. Let's just say his brand of madness is not as fun as mine.
Not like that Mr. Kefka and I have a oath, allegiance. I don't really know what to call it.
A pact.
Yes.
I would never lead you into deliberate danger. I would just advise caution.
I still think that maybe he could. Seems like Diablos is one of the big obstacles that we need to get past to get our land back. So
He would be doing this continent a great service in removing Diablos from the game board.
maybe it's worth it.
I mean, also, can we really leave someone here? Mad or not, or
Arsinoe, as you say that, Kefka, his eyes linger on you. He says, of course not.
You're gonna make yourself scarce like you have been this entire time we've been in jail. We won't have a
Let's
problem.
be clear. Even I have limitations.
And you've
This
helped us this far. How about we help you? You can go. We won't speak of your allegiance with Flit. But the one behind that door will either be an ally or at least a damn good distraction.
yeah.
Well then, call upon me, and I am yours to command. And as he says that, he disappears back into the pile of gold, with a little bit of panache as some of the gold coins explode out from.
I'll make sure to fasten my cloak around me a little bit more so that my coat's not really like visible. Have that cloak of protection. I sort of assume it's like floor length or
Yeah. All right. You look at the door and you see no lock, no indentation, nothing. Seeing that it opens fully without issue into the next chamber. I'll go ahead and open this one as well. As you open the door, you can see suspended in the air by some strange, fiendish, magical means is an elf. Or rather, mostly an elf. You see long, damaged faded yellow hair cascading down past the small of his back. You see mostly seemingly dead elven flesh mixed with fiendish flesh as you see stitch marks across his body at several different points, one carving all the way the upper corner of his face where you see a horn having sprouted. You see one of his hands, the same fiendish red flesh, while the other is dead and rotting. You see this creature, still humanoid in appearance, but a mixture of undead and fiend, floating before you. As you enter the room, his fanged expression turns before seeing non-fiends enter into the chamber. As you step further in, you can see two large obsidian obelisks that are implanted into the ground, perfectly parallel to where this creature is floating. And below him, a pit, seemingly bottomless. There are 4 torches that are equidistant, placed around this pit, each lit with a pure red flame. This creature looks down at all of you. Huh. Surprising. Wasn't expecting living creatures able to break out of their cells, at least so quickly.
You
I'm
should hire
impressed.
better help.
I would love to, if you're available to hire. As you can see, I'm in a bit of a predicament at the moment, and any assistance would be welcome.
We release you.
The obelisks, if you can turn them, it will disable the enchantment, keeping me suspended. However, there's that, and you see his eyes look down at the endless opening below him. That, I'm not quite sure how, but I could use some assistance with. But feel free to move your minis into the room. It is fully able to be explored.
Okay, we can actually go in here.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh,
Oh
that's
no,
a
we're
lot.
in the same spot.
You said these obelisks.
Yes. These shapes right here,
Yep.
those are large, 20-foot tall obsidian obelisks.
Just the equivalent of something that looks like a natural formation or something carved and in place and intentional.
Make me a perception check. I like that question.
22.
With a 22, you can see that this is surprisingly natural, given that this is very precisely manifested. With a 22, you can gather these were brought here. From where? Difficult to say.
Placed here intentionally.
Yeah.
Alright.
Can I look at the pit? Does it look like something that has that closes and opens, or is it just something that's just completely open? No, like I see the spikes,
Mhm.
in the image. Are those like actually there? Do they move at all? Does it look like...
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
15.
With a 15, I'll say that that's enough. If you look, you can see some large, like rings that are up against the wall of where this pit drops. They are quite large, about 3-4 feet in diameter. But it looks like something could be pulled from each of those positions with enough force. But you get the idea that there might be some sort of mechanism here to close the pit.
How far down are the rings?
I'll say 10 feet down.
So seeing that it looks like maybe there's something that could make it so that we could close the pit, I just want to start sort of searching around the edge of it and then branching out.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll with advantage.
What's your investigation, Sam?
+0.
That's +2, I was gonna say.
But guidance.
Okay. And
10. You look around and you can't find any additional like switches or anything else like that. Whatever the piece is needed, you don't see in the room with you.
I'll just say, it looks like there should be something to close the pit. I don't see anything, but if anybody else sees something, and then I look up at the former elf, and just say, have you seen when they come for you? Have you seen how they disable that?
No. They ensure that they render me unconscious through blinding pain before removing me.
Cujo, I have a couple of quick questions.
I may have a couple of quick answers.
This fiendish armor,
Yes.
is that a homebrew item or is that
I'm gonna say that it is like scaled armor of fire resistance. That'll be like the equivalent item.
okay. So it's not demon armor.
No, it is not full-on demon armor. No.
Okay. And can you describe again what the deal is with the rings?
Yes. So there are 4 rings that sort of hang from a piece of the pit, the walls of the pit itself.
Yeah.
That look like a chain could be attached to or something. Those rings would be in place if something needed to be pulled out.
Okay.
They are about 10 feet down into the pit. And yeah.
Okay. And then the spikes that are at northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest in the pit, do those actually exist or are those just an artifact of the picture?
Those actually exist. From what you can see, it doesn't really seem like any additional function. It was possibly just a...
It just looks
lever.
menacing.
Yeah, it looks menacing.
Okay. Are those are those spikes that come straight out perpendicular to the pit, Or are those pointed down or up at all?
At an angle downward.
And the base is again about 10 feet down, even with
Yes.
the rings. Okay.
As everyone is like investigating and whatnot, she was looking and then she stops and she turns to Marquette and says, "How much do you weigh?"
220.
Um,
Maybe 230.
Unfortunately, I couldn't carry you out while flying.
Handy trick.
Go real fast. Just
Um,
knock him out.
Yeah.
I could.
No.
How
I
do
can't.
you fly?
I cannot fly. Not under my own power.
But you can? Or you can carry him,
I
Sam.
can carry him.
I could make, well, I don't know if it makes him weightless.
Sam, why weren't you a protector Asmar?
I know, right? Fuck, seriously. Seriously. I
Cujo, how is dude suspended?
He
Magically.
has no chains, nothing, just something from the obelisks. There's
Okay.
magic suspended.
Just magical force. He's
Like-
being held up by magnets. Got
I
it.
got
what you got.
something, but it's gonna burn my last high level spell. And it might do it. It might be able to catch him.
What are you thinking?
Resilient sphere.
Can close a minute
Enclose a minute.
and then
And
get
then
rid of the pillars.
or at the same time. It only lasts a minute. But it says the sphere is weightless, but I don't
True.
know if whatever's inside it is technically considered weightless then. Because it can be
Can you-
pushed. And it can be, the globe can be picked up and moved by other creatures.
I
Time it
think
so that
the
someone can
spirit
add
of
it.
that spell is that the sphere itself doesn't add any weight to what's inside it. You're
Okay.
essentially just making a hamster ball.
How big
On
is
him
the
though,
sphere?
could
Is it
someone knock him?
Well, that's the thing. So the sphere is just large enough to contain the creature or object inside. So I guess I would leave that to you, DM, on how is it like the size of a like a human-sized hamster ball, where it would like sit in the tines of those spikes.
That's actually what I'm looking at right now.
Because then we could just kind of like lever him out. I don't know. There's a lot of ifs with this plan. It's not great.
As Arsinoe is saying this out loud, Marquette is like,
All right.
We play
There's a lot of-
pinball.
Oh,
all right,
There is a lot of
Alright.
faith in this plan.
high or low?
Oh, fuck. Low. The way I've been rolling.
I mean, I have a thing if.
I rolled a 36.
Oh,
So that is low. You make me a perception check in
Cool.
addition to this.
Okay. Okay.
Does anybody else have a rope?
I
Ew.
can.
If we got all our shit back then.
Yeah,
I
we
think so.
probably
Yeah.
have rope. I can also, in
And-
theory, conjure a bunch of vines.
With a 10
making that?
perception,
No, but I can grab
kinda-
someone.
You kind of gauge his size and know it has to be a sphere.
Yeah.
You sort of take that sort of imaginary guideline that you've made for yourself and you just sort of
Yes.
trace your eyes down. It'd be close, but you think he could fit it like
Just kinda like,
perfectly,
bloop.
like a pinball, just
Yeah.
perfectly in place.
But then how do
Got
we
nothing
get
here.
the ball out?
Wait. Back up a half a step. Sam,
Yeah.
what is your full plan here?
Okay. Full plan is cut the power from the obelisks,
Uh-huh.
cast the sphere to catch him.
Okay.
Sphere rests in the spikes, and in some way, shape, or form, he either pushes himself out, rolls himself out, or we pull it. I don't know. In some way,
Okay.
shape, or form, the sphere
No,
gets popped out.
I got you.
I don't have levitate, kids, so
No, you're good. I think
and we can't long rest here.
I mean, you could.
I mean,
Yeah, okay.
Seems like a bad life decision, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
No.
It's all good. You just be down 3 dwarves for the rest of the campaign.
Exact. Yeah, Brian's not here. I'd really like to not kill his character.
Yeah.
You're not the one killing him. I am, but just making sure your
that's
options
not
are known.
While we camp for 8
Spell that word.
hours.
Yeah. In this fiendish prison.
In this
That
Hold
someone
on,
doesn't
buddy.
know
We
where
just
you
gotta
are.
take a nap.
No.
Yeah.
Sam, I think you're on the right track here.
I am utterly useless with
How
all of my
big
spells. So.
is the sphere?
What was that?
If the sphere hangs out in between those
Enclosed.
tines, about 10 feet,
Okay.
right? Because
I'm-
like 10 feet.
Yeah, This is.
See the wheels turning.
It's
This is such like a Home Alone
Yeah,
pole
this is-
lock
Yeah.
cobbled
This is
together
like one of those
nonsense.
like Rube Goldberg
Like,
machines.
It is.
So I have a question for our Sinaway, but Cujo has to answer. I'm
Okay.
looking at the spell.
I'll do my best
I-
Sinaway impression.
Okay. The spell says a sphere of shimmering force encloses a creature or object of large size or smaller within range.
Yes.
Okay. Which means the sphere can be big enough to enclose a large size creature, which is a 2x2.
Correct.
Right? Okay. But you cast it on the object and the object is enclosed. What if are you able to control the size of the sphere independent of the size of the creature or object you are enclosing?
Well, I guess Kojo could answer, but I don't.
Well, I mean, I don't think I need to impersonate Arsinaway if she knows.
If
that's
I'm
an
answering
order.
for you.
What I'm asking is, for instance, if I take a gold coin and chuck it into the pit, can Arsinaway cast Resilient Sphere 10 foot around a gold coin?
I think I see what you're saying. You want to plug the hole before he's released.
I
so
want
he
to
lands
plug
on
the
sphere
hole,
and then-
release him, and he lands on top of the sphere. And then he just jumps out.
Let me look at the damn spell. This is so funny.
That's all it
This is
says.
the
A
most
sphere of
so
shimmering force
stupid.
encloses a creature or object of large size or smaller within range. An unwilling creature makes a dexterity
couldn't it
saving
be a
throw
pit
on a
of water?
failure.
It couldn't be a
Right?
pit
I
of
can
water.
walk on water, that's fine.
That would be. Also, real talk, this burns my 5th level spell slot, so be aware of that.
Odaluke's you're
D&D
casting
Beyond.
Resilient Sphere.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond, the first sentence of the 3rd paragraph, the sphere is weightless and just large enough to contain the creature or object inside.
Okay. I gotta
It-
read
sounds
the
like a
whole
fantastic-
description before I have my idea.
I am out of 4th level spell slots. I burned them all
Nice.
to get us in here. Remember?
Yeah, okay.
So we all
Well-
didn't die from poison.
Right.
If there's a
Um,
mechanism we think that could close this
A
itself,
hole.
Then it doesn't matter.
then let's look for that before we resort to further
Yeah.
resource use.
How far up is this guy right now?
He is 15 feet up
Okay. Just
from
for
ground level. So
okay.
ground level, 15 feet up is Marketh. 10 feet down along the edges of the pit are those rings.
Okay.
All right.
Just for later timing.
Yeah, I am going to, with that information, with that very long version of no, Renalphus, your idea will not work.
It was a smart. Dude. If it did not have that specific wording,
Yeah.
That'd be
absolutely.
perfect. It would have been perfect.
I am going to take my 50 feet of rope and my grapple hook,
Mhm.
and I am going to try and, holding one end of the rope, I'm going to try and throw the grapple over Dude's head.
Okay, make me a maybe a dexterity check.
Okay. 12.
With a 12, it's not that hard to do. The rope and the grapple sails over his head. Are you trying to get to the opposite side, like have it land on the opposite side, or on him?
I want to know what happened. Like I don't want to like hit him in the face with the grapple hook. I'm trying to get over him, but I want to know what happens to the rope, if it gets snagged on these beams or any of that kind of thing.
We're a really good rescue party, guys.
You throw the rope, and the grapple sails through the air, and it essentially lands and rests on his shoulder. It doesn't seem to be affected by whatever enchantment these obelisks are emitting to keep him suspended.
Does anybody have Mage Hand?
Yeah.
Lit does.
Can you use your Mage Hand to wrap the rope around his waist and hook and clasp the hook around the rope?
As long as the grapple is less than 10 pounds,
The grapple is 4 pounds.
Yeah.
then yes. Should we make the rope a little longer? I have this one here too.
I mean, the length of rope I have is 50 feet.
Okay, I have a 50 too. I'll cast Mage Hand and follow Renalphus's instructions
Okay.
to do wrap it
I
around.
will say, given that you're using Mage Hand to do this, everything is under the weight restriction. You are able to do so without a check or anything. So I'll just give it to you. You can wrap him around the waist and secure the grapple in place.
I am going to then, so these little nodules around the edge of the pit, how big are those?
I'd say 1 to 2 feet diameter.
Okay, and it's all stone.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to take the other end of the rope, and I am going to tie it off to one of these nodules.
Okay.
I'll just say, for the sake of me standing here, I'll tie it at the one in the south position.
Okay. Sounds good.
So that when he falls, he does not fall and swing into a spike.
Good
That would
call.
be counterproductive.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Whatever.
And I just call it there. Now, when we release it, because we already looked for some kind of mechanism to close the pit, and we didn't find anything.
I mean, it was a not great perception check, but
Renalphus doesn't.
Yeah.
Renalphus only knows that we tried and failed.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe that the mechanism to release the bindings is the same mechanism to close the pit.
Okay.
You think
So
they did the
now,
same thing that
even if I'm wrong with that, when we, move the obelisks to shut down the beam, the rope is going to catch him.
All right. So that is one part of the puzzle. You still have these 2 large obelisks.
what was it exactly that he said when he was explaining how the original was it that we had to turn them or that we had to turn them off?
They rotate,
Okay. Clockwise
basically
or counter?
implying that they are adjusted just enough that whatever energy that is emitting matches.
Oh, so get them out of alignment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And Malice, since you and Shio are right there, you can actually see that these obelisks are already set with a small like disc at the bottom with a handrail.
Oh.
So no
Good.
checks needed.
Well, damn.
Good.
Good.
We got handles.
You guys grasp and pull and hear this grinding sound as the obelisk turns. And the moment it turns, oh, and then you hear a and you hear and see the rope move as climbing up the rope, Marketh grasps the lip of the pit and climbs onto solid ground.
While he's climbing up, I would have been trying to pull him up as well.
Got it. He'll then grasp your arm to
be
pulled back onto land. Smart. Thanks. And he undoes the grapple and the belt that you've made for him. This is yours, right?
Yes, indeed.
He just hands it back.
So tell me, what gives you the honor of such accommodations?
Diablos knows that I can kill him.
Oh, interesting.
Hmm.
You don't happen to have plans on taking advantage of that ability, do you?
Pretty much en route to go do that right now, actually.
Do you mind hanging out for a few minutes, let the rest of us catch our breath, and then we'd be happy to tag along?
He sizes all of you up. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I'll say with advantage.
Yeah, I mean,
Conversation we just had.
the tiny blue person is quite intimidating, obviously.
Well, persuasion, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Not great.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, thanks to the advantage, I'm not using the 1.
Oh no.
You using the 2?
I'm using the 5.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
So that's a 4.
He sizes all of you up. Listen, I'm thankful, but I don't really do well babysitting. But I appreciate the offer.
Well, for what it's worth, we just a few minutes ago murdered the shit out of the Master of Cruelties, and I show him the spear that I took from him, and I tap it on my helmet that I took from him.
The helmet, the only piece of armor that you were able to take was the chest piece. His helmet was bonded to his flesh.
I mean, I would have tried to take the helmet.
Make me a retroactive athletics check.
I mean,
Is there
remember
that pieces
when I
of
ran up to
skin
that
stuck
imp
to
and
it?
literally just tore it in half with my bare hands?
It was an imp.
I mean, I wanted to do that to the Master of Cruelties.
An imp's skeleton has the like strength of a butterfly.
Yeah, an imp's
I'm
like
just-
a water balloon.
Yeah.
It's a 17.
With a 17, I'll say you get his head off, but trying to scrape the
Scoop
pieces
out
of
his brain
No.
cage.
that's a lot. even for you. Like, it is whatever this dude did to himself, he ensured that only he would wear that helmet.
All right. Well, I'll come back for that later then.
Marketh will say, admirable.
Done with our bare hands, no less.
If he wishes to go on a suicide mission to take on one of the, archdukes, princes, something of that nature of hell by himself, by all means, let him.
Come rescue him again later.
We might
picked the
charge a fee
rescue
next
anyway.
time.
You done?
I take a step to the side and motion. I wish you all the luck. Sorry, we'll have to miss it.
He steps away from you and then hesitates for a moment. And glances at Flit.
She's been kind of, once they got him free, I think she's been kind of hanging back.
And just as he glances at you with the intent to investigate further, Lucretia steps up. I hope you don't mind me saying, you are fascinating. And unlike the rest of this party, I will not allow you to throw your life away against one of the Whispered One's generals. I would implore you to reconsider. And he kind of looks at Lucretia, kind of like I was having a drink at the bar and you came up and kind of said I was the love of your life sort of scenario. He looks back at all of you. You have 1 hour. And then goes back and starts sifting through the equipment that was left over to find his shit.
Cool, because as soon as Chio was like, let him do whatever he wants, she already started meditating.
Yeah. Just sat down on the corner. Like,
yeah. She's meditating with her ring to reattune to it.
All right. And I will say that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yay!
Yay!
Are we
part
taking a
2.
short rest? / can I use some hit dice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Short
Yeah.
rest is what is happening.
That's what I was aiming for.
Nice.
Let us have a short rest, and then we'll come with you.
All right. Well, I have one question for the party.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
How tapped are you?
in terms of
Resources?
Mm-hmm.
Two second level, 2 third level, 2 fourth level, 3 first level, and 2 packed slots.
I can do a fight.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah, like as soon as I short rest, I'll be back up. So
yeah, I can
Okay.
recover a slot on a short rest.
Oh, I get nothing on a short rest, but
Yeah. Clerics.
yeah, and
Wait,
Esmar don't get anything back either.
do you have Harness Divine Power as a cleric? Tasha is where you can switch in and out, but it allows you to recover. I thought clerics got that.
I may not have put it on my character sheet.
Mm.
If it's a Tasha's thing, I may not have implemented it.
It's where you could use the use of your channel divinity.
No, I'm gonna need that.
Okay.
I'm gonna need both of those.
You're gonna need both of them. Okay.
I'm gonna need both of those because if I'm doing any healing, I'm gonna need both of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
What level are we right now? How many hit dice do I have?
level 10. If I'm attuning, do I still get the benefits of a short rest?
Yes.
Okay,
Sweet.
I thought so, but I just wanted to make sure.
You're good.
Hit dice.
Well, while our party consolidates what resources they have remaining, I will say to everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. We love you.
Yes.
Be nice to each other.
Yes.
And we will see you next week for what might be the conclusion of the prison break of the Citadel of Pain. We will also be getting our boykin back. Yay!
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 Yay! But
Come back
thank
to
you,
us,
everybody.
Brad.
We miss you.
Mhm.
And we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, bye.
Bye.